Good morning. Thank you all for being here this morning. Who do we got in the building? No one cares. You're first. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Hey, Miss Lady K, member. Look at it. It's so member deep this morning. Good morning, Miss Jones. Carrie, how you doing? It's good to see you. Hey, Miss Lady K, how you doing? Brick Girl, what's going on? Hey, Kimberly Black. Thank you for being here. Charlene. It's a whole bot. Okay, y'all just don't know what I be doing in the back. I be dropping it, picking it up, turning it around, flipping it. Droid girl, what's going on? I was glad to see you here this morning. I need to, y'all, I literally just put the coffee on, so I need to go run really, really quickly and put it in a cup and bring it to myself. So please give me like two minutes. Two minutes, okay? 2 minutes.
Light this bitch up. bitch out.
Good morning. King Roman News gonna come right through. Hey, he's gonna give you the news just the way he know he can do. Hey, good morning, people. King Roman News gonna come right through. Give you hot topics Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 a.m. on the Eastern time. Baby, he's gonna drink his wine. King Roman News gonna give it to you just like you wanna do. Hey, he's gonna give you local news. That shit just right around his corner. Baby, he's gonna give it to you, baby. He's gonna give it to you nothing dollar. Hey, celebrity news, politics. Let's go. King Roman News gonna give it to you, baby. He's gonna give it to you like a motherfucking flow. Like a flow. I came from the flow, but baby, King Roman News, baby, he's gonna give it to you like out the door. Hey, King Roman News. Hot topics Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern time. Baby, he's gonna give it to you like he drinks his motherfucking bottle of wine. King Roman News. Come through. Let's go. Let's go. King Roman News gonna give it to you straight.
Good morning. All right, I'm ready. Got my coffee. We're good to go. Good morning, y'all. How are y'all doing this morning? I'm running like extremely far behind. I don't have my little one with me this morning because somebody took him for a walk trying to help me because I was running extremely late this morning. So I am feeling great. I hope you all are feeling great as well. Yes, thank you. I had to get my coffee. You see it. I still got the stirs in it because I'm just trying to get ready. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I got like, look at this. This whole note card is full. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. Sharona B, how you doing? Miss Toby, how you doing? Good morning to you. Looking like a whole snack and felt like a whole snack. Okay, catch it and keep it and don't say nothing about it. That's all I want you to do, Charlene, is catch that, keep it, and don't say nothing about it. DKL is super talented. DKL is dope. I just love the way he'd be like, ciao. All right. Let me get into my. All right. So for Black History Month, what we have been doing on the channel, we have been paying it forward. We have been identifying issues of the Black community and using this month as a way to actually stimulate impact, so that throughout the rest of the year, whatever we're doing, we can always be involved in that. I think it's always important to pay it forward. So today, during our theme of Pay It Forward, today I selected homelessness for youth. That is so near and dear to me. It's hard to want people to be the best that they can be when they're dealing with homelessness at the high school, the middle school level, But you all, I had some facts, and between 4.2 million teens over the course of 1 year are homeless. That's about 18% of the total homeless population. And I don't think people realize that kids are homeless that way. You have about whites attribute 48.3% and blacks attribute 39.4%. So what I wanted to do today was I wanted to do our part. So we supported two organizations. I found that New York City and LA has the highest population when it comes to homelessness. And here was just another chart I wanted to show you all, just some homeless figures. And if you'll see all the way at the end, you'll see that 34,210 unaccompanied youth were experiencing homelessness per year, each year. So it's a significant number. So the first organization I selected was called My Friend's Place. My Friend's Place is an organization in LA, and they're geared towards helping youth who are experiencing homelessness. But the biggest thing to me was this, you all, their intake and crisis care. So sometimes when youth come to the center, they may not be homeless, they may have situations. So it allows anyone, black, white, anyone, to come into their shelter, complete an intake form, get a social counselor, identify a shelter for you. Now, the greatest thing about this place is that they go and buy property in LA. You know how much property costs in LA. They buy property in LA and they house homeless youth there. And so they must follow a rigorous program, but it offers so many things. And so I was just like, really? So here are some of the things that they offer: safe haven, intake and crisis care, transformative education, health and well-being. So, I had to jump all over that. So today we gifted them, it's not much, but we gave them a gift of $25 to support their organization. I'm going to drop the link in the chat like I did before for you all if you're interested in donating yourselves. but they sent us a nice little receipt there. The second place, you know, we threw some support behind is this organization called Camba. Now, Camba is near and dear to me because I had a friend of a friend who actually had to utilize some of Camba's resources at the start of COVID-19. A mother with kids who lived in Queens, and this place is in Brooklyn, New York. So they do all kind of wonderful things. They more focused on having stability. So not just finding you shelter, but finding you a job, income, all kinds of things that help you stay focused and stay on track. So threw some money behind them as well. We gifted them about $25 this morning to support their causes. They sent me an email receipt and asked if I'm interested in any volunteer services or anything like that. And of course I said yes. So today we supported those two organizations. I'm going to drop their information in the chat. And if you're interested, please feel free to make a donation, make your gift, make your voice count, make it all be known. Here's the first link. All right. And let me pin that. And let me know if I'm coming off as a little staticky because I got my phone next to the microphone. We got so much stuff to talk about today. Pin message. Hey V, good morning to you. It's good seeing you. All right. Now we got through our foundation of the day, which is two organizations. Again, My Friend's Place and Camba. They're both dedicated to supporting homeless youth with education and sustainability programming. So I think it's important for us to get behind them. One is in New York, one is in LA. Monday, we did the HBCU Fund, which is a number of places. So if you have any organizations you'd like to see us support that's not in New York and not in LA, we want to mix it up, different states, different cities. I was looking for an organization in Ohio, as well as an organization in Alabama and Tennessee. So if you know any organizations out there, let me know. We're going to get them on our list. So far, we've given $100. Pat yourselves on the back because you watching this morning, you hitting that like button is the way I have the money and the resources to do this. I use actually every single dollar from this channel and I give it right the fuck back. It's like a little pass through. So thank you for being here this morning. Please hit the like button. All of that gets us in the algorithm. That's how we run our operation. Don't worry about sending me no Cash App. Don't worry about, doing any super chat. All we need to worry about this month, today, when I'm doing these morning lives, is getting these organizations supported, hitting the like button so our videos can be counted, all of that great stuff. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are definitely going to do so many things with this. Thank you so much, Love Bug. You don't even know how many organizations we can impact. We've been given $50 per organization. And if I do 25. So right here and right now, you have supported 4 organizations. I want to tell you, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Do they get any state funding? Yes. So both organizations qualify for state funding. That's the one thing I wanted to make sure, because if you qualify for state funding, it lets me know that you have to be in compliance with a lot of different rigorous guidelines, the Title VI funding, Title VII, making sure there's no sexual assault, discrimination. So I always make sure those things are counted. All right, y'all ready to get into some of the mess? And I want to say shout out to everyone who's getting ready for work, who's already driving to work, who's sitting behind their desk waiting for their shift to start, whatever the case is. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here this morning. Hopefully it's something you can take away and have some elevator talk with. All right, first thing we want to get into is this. I just want to talk about it because I know it's a sore spot for our beloved Sherri Shepard being named the latest host of the Wendy Williams show, the permanent host of the Wendy Williams show. And I think it's so interesting that, as we all have said, that she would be a great job to be a host, that when this happened, all of a sudden they say that the latest update on Williams' health came amid a TMZ report that Sherri Shepard, 54, will be announced as the permanent guest host of the daytime talk show once a deal is placed. So she freaked out every time there's an announcement of her show. It's quite clear Wendy is not coming back. They even went so far as to say that if Wendy Williams doesn't come back in the fall, they're going to permanently change the name of the show. And you already know we'll be looking at a Sherri Shepard show, the Sherri Shepard show. And I'm here for it. I think she did her job. I think she auditioned well. I think that the audience received her well. And I think that it goes without saying, she has a certain knack where she's not offensive, but she gets the point across. Wendy can be offensive. And I think in this new day and age where everything has to be censored and watered down and monitored, I think Sherri Shepard for what was it, Burnham Murray, she's a safer bet for them. Guaranteed views, guaranteed ratings, all of those great things. So my bets are on Sherri, and I'm sorry to say, Wendy Williams, it's time to buck on. We know you're right now using FMLA and getting a check. Like, if folks don't know that that's what Wendy Williams is doing, Wendy Williams is absolutely exhausting the medical payment system. Absolutely. If she wanted to go back to work and secure her bag and secure her job and her namesake, trust me, Wendy can go back. Hey, Miss Juicy Reviews, how you doing? Is there a beeping sound? Uh-oh. Y'all let me know. I'm moving stuff now. Phone was right there. I know it's the chairs, but I got new chairs coming on the way. They're supposed to be here Saturday morning. I was going to surprise y'all with that. Good morning, Cash Apps and bullshit. I think it's great as she's getting a second chance with her own show to be. Thank you. That's another thing too. I think it's a great way for her to rebuild that image of she can do a reality. I mean, she can do a talk show. I think it's a good idea. And plus, Wendy Williams, some people don't know when to let go. And Wendy Williams needed this push. Like, gone. The show will live without you. And if it has to be broken down to be rebuilt, they'll do so. But she needs to move on. I think she has greater pastures on the other side now that she's a grown woman. Think about radio. Think about a Bravo night show, because Andy Cohen won't be able to hold his post for too long either. I see that being shortly lived. It's only so much a person, sometimes it's always time to refresh an idea. So I think Wendy has opportunities there. I don't ever want to count her out. I don't hear it. Okay. Thank you. Hey, living my best life, OG. How you doing? It's good to see you. I thought that was my coffee maker. It was mine going on. Oh, I do have a beep in the background. That is me. Damn it. Y'all on it. Y'all hear that far back? Get the fuck out of here. What? Yeah, that was me. I had some I thought I was gonna be able to get a quick waffle and I had it in a microwave. I'm good at work, but listen, it ain't nothing wrong with okay. I'm not a person who would take advantage of FMLA. I've never filed for FMLA in my life yet, and so I don't know what the procedures are. I don't know anything around those filing for an FMLA claim. Now, I think that it's a great tool to use when you're in situations like Wendy Williams, where it's like you need the help to go away, but you don't want to lose your job. I think this is a good thing for her. I'm glad Wendy is gone. Y'all so shady. Wendy, but you also have to look at it. Wendy built that show up from the ground. She sort of gave Sherri Shepard the blueprint for it. So it would be sad for her and Wendy and Sherri to not have a good relationship. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like, damn, you can't even pass the baton to something you built amicably. It has to come off as if two Black women are being pitted against each other. And I just hate it. I could see Sherri Shepard having Wendy on the show and them having a good key. Do you know how great that would be for TV ratings? We'd be sitting there like, what? You know what I mean? And I don't think Wendy would ever lose any shine. I think she will always be Wendy, So it's just unfortunate that we have to, her lasting impression is Graves' disease. Like, we have to leave this on Graves' disease, Droid Girl's probably no, it was me. It was my microwave. Y'all had it. I think Sherri has refined. Her commentary has gotten much better. She was often offensive and ignorant on The View. I think she has learned from the experience. That's why I said, watching her on Wendy Williams show, I'm like, oh wow, she's very much so it's to the point. She gets her jabs in, she gets her comedic relief in, but she also never goes too far like Wendy did. And people who go too far like that, oftentimes they don't have anyone around them to say stop. That means you've already eclipsed your thinking. You think you're the like you have that narcissistic behavior, and I don't think Sherri Shepard has that yet. I think she's hungry. I think she wants to win. I think she wants a show. So in her mind, she has a lot more to prove than Wendy Williams does. And that is always why it's never okay to lose your hunger in something. And if when you start realizing you're losing your hunger, it's not challenging anymore, and it's time to do something else. And that's why I keep saying, Wendy, go do something else. Go do something else, girl. Go get on radio. Something. My hearing is superb. Yes, it is. We know, do we hear it, see everything. Thank you for telling me. I will never say I have to go take a bathroom break. I thought that was my end. No, it was Wendy is an icon, right or wrong, indifferent, very messy, but we live for it. Yeah. You know what really did it for us was when we saw the Wendy Williams documentary. It allowed us to see some sides of us that we heard, but we didn't visually put an image on it. So that's that soft spot I know I have for her. Hey Shay, good morning. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. So will Wendy ever come back? More than likely, no. We can say that for now. Wendy is no longer the Wendy you once knew, and that's pretty much it. Even her son had to give her an ultimatum. I mean, your son had to tell you it's either put the alcohol down or I'm not gonna be around you anymore. That's when you know it's something, it's really something. Wendy is not returned to the business. I think oh really? You think she's totally done? Wow, that's major. V, that's major, because that's sort of her, how she eats, not financially, but how she stays relevant. Hey Jessica, how you doing? I met Sherri a couple of years ago. She was adorable. I'm happy for her. Oh wow. Yeah, she seemed like she's a down-to-earth, homely individual. It's more than alcohol. Well, I'm glad we are all on the same page. We giving Sherri her kudos. Cool. Okay. So now I'm saying it here now. When Sherri Shepard, the show, comes in the fall, watch Wendy Williams have another episode. Okay. That's why it's important for them to be dealing with Wendy Williams right now, because she's gonna flip the fuck out. She's gonna flip out. She's gonna trip somewhere. We're gonna see her held up somewhere. No free hands. Okay. Of course. I got you. Hey, Shantae. Wendy had a good run. I remember when she was on the radio back in New York City. I doubt this will be the last we see Wendy. Yeah, I think she loves to be in the eye. Like for me, I think it's about being relevant. I think it's about, because that's all she's known, is being that person that's out there, see me, hear me. It's gonna be something. I don't think this is gonna be in, but I do want to send a congratulations to Sherri Shepard. And I hate this is the way she had to get booted out, Wendy Williams, but sometimes we have to the business has to do what it needs to do. And in this aspect, I'm not mad. I don't feel bad about it at all. All right, let's give some kudos real quick. So we all know the Oscar nominations came out. Will Smith is what shocked me the most was that this is Will Smith's first Oscar nomination for Best Actor. And it's for his role as Richard Williams in King Richard. And I don't know if you remember, we talked about this maybe the first Good Morning show, about how when Serena Williams and Venus Williams went to go see the taping of this show, they cried throughout the whole thing because they couldn't believe how realistic Will Smith and the girls had captured the essence of their family. And so just to hear now that he's being rewarded by being nominated alongside some great people, Denzel, Andrew Garfield, as the best actor, is a huge kudos to him. And I love Will Smith. Was like sort of my icon all the way up until maybe 2003. I used to love everything. I had the Millennium album. I remember the Wild Wild West, the Black. I was all of that. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was living that life. So it's always a great thing to see him getting his rightful due. Also, someone else who everyone's screaming praise about is Beyonce. Beyonce has already won a ton of Grammys than any other woman in history. And so the funny thing about her being nominated for this song, Believe, from the King Richard soundtrack, is that she's also beating out Jay-Z, her husband, who had a song for his movie. And I couldn't think of the movie. his movie that he released on Netflix. And then the interesting part is that Beyonce did not campaign to be included in the Oscars. She did not submit the song, but they said back in November when folks were voting on the song, Beyonce received an overwhelming amount of votes to be included as a part of the nominations. So I always look at this stuff as two-part because, you know, I don't trust award shows. I always look at it as one, they want the Oscars to have a good show. So they're now either pitching her to come perform, but they know that if she comes perform, she must win. Now, she's up against a lot of different other contenders. So in my mind, I'm like, if they've already chosen that she's winning, they are securing her to come perform. That's in my mind. We haven't saw a performance from Beyonce. She typically likes to peek her head out every once in a while at these highlighted moments. We haven't seen her. And then you also know there's going to be a lot of fanfare around Super Bowl. So I'm trying to figure out when does she want her moment. And the Oscars is a little bit different. It's not going to be a lot of other celebrities in her industry. It's going to be different kind of peers. And I think she likes that kind of, you know, elitist type. Like I'm not rubbing elbows with R&B artists. I'm rubbing elbows with high to do actors and stuff. So that could be at play. Or I feel like they just threw her name in a hat as a diversity and inclusion tactic. You know, let's just add someone else for appeal. So I don't know. I'm always looking at it like, yeah, we'll see. Oh, hey, Southern Belle. Wendy should do. Oh, I'm trying to. Damn, I hate when I do this. All right. Hey, Southern Belle, how you doing this morning? I'm glad to see you. Glad you're here. Wendy divorced caused her to have a full breakdown. Wendy should have disconnected with her audience, but instead she denied and drove herself crazy. Big Kevin had, yeah. Part of that too was also she was not only lying to herself, she was lying to herself in front of the public. Do you know how bad it is for us to lie to one person, right? To tell them a fib, like, you know, yeah, I got $1 million in the bank, you know, it's nothing. But when you do that to 1 million people who can then check you on it, you know, she had a huge breakdown, all the comments, all the negative responses, all the feedback, not to mention her peers in the industry who she's talked so much shit about, the people at her company who don't want to work with her staff. Yeah, Wendy is definitely was a spiral for her. This isn't Will's first Oscar nomination. He was nominated. They say it's for Best Actor though. He was his first nomination for Best Actor. Double check. That's what they used to call me. Maybe Wendy should do a YouTube. You think so? Maybe. I think it should be paired with something else. If she does, a celebrity like Wendy Williams has to have another platform, and then the YouTube needs to feed off of that. Because just doing a YouTube channel, I don't think it's good for her brand. It's a little bit, you know, it's like, your after show from what you're doing might be good for YouTube, but for the Wendy Williams YouTube show, I think that might be a little bit. Hey, Blue, what's going on? Good to see you. I love me some Beyonce. Yes. Charlene Clark, I don't think Wendy is in her right mind. Y'all are going hard. Good morning, Tracy. Get your people of no color actuates. I don't care. They say the bank froze Wendy's account. Yeah, they did freeze Wendy's account, and they froze it. I don't know if we talked about it on Monday, but they froze it because of the word dementia. And so the bank decided that, and I think there was allegedly a transaction of $7 million. And so they froze her assets, stating that they had the right to do so if there's an alleged abuse or accusations of poor health, mental health, you know, any addictions or abuse, they have the right to freeze her assets. And so Wendy's attorneys sent a letter over to Wells Fargo, letting them know that was wrong. They didn't have the right to do so. She does not suffer from dementia. Now, this makes me go back to when she first came out about Graves' disease, and she made sure to say that she did not have dementia. And now it's all making sense as to why she was saying stuff like that, because I didn't know that when you have that much money in the bank or assets tied up with the bank, they can do that to you. They can freeze your assets if they feel like you're about to make some decisions that might harm or, you know, put a risk to what they have intertwined too. So for the Oscars. Good morning, Red Wings. How you doing? Hey, T Trisha. Thank you for being here. Oh, 28 tips, y'all. It's 30 minutes in. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Remember, every like counts. Every like counts. And today's goal is 80. We did 70 Monday. Let's do 80 today and 90 on Friday. So let's get up to 80 likes. So I just wanted to shout them out. I think it's a great thing that, you know, we're having more and more people you know, reach these record heights on the Oscar noms. There's also the first Black Afro Latino queer woman nominated for the Oscars this year. So shout out to her. I didn't get a chance to grab her information, but I did want to include her in. So the Oscars will be on Sunday, March 27th, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And it's the 94th show on ABC. So if you're interested in watching it, please tune in. Unfortunately, I'm not. The only award shows that I would be interested in watching would have been the Grammys, but they postponed that. So tune in and let me know what you think. And if I find anything interesting, I'll definitely come back and we'll talk about it. All right, y'all ready to get into some craziness? Y'all know how we go all over the world, right? So we got to go over the world because this shit right here blew my mind this morning as I was getting myself ready for the show this morning. So we have a mother, okay, charged with murder, claims SpongeBob SquarePants told her to kill her 3-year-old daughter. Let's get into this. So according to, and now this comes from the state of Michigan, all right? So according to her, she's a 22-year-old woman. She's accused of stabbing her daughter, Sutton Moser, several times on September 16th before stuffing the child's lifeless body in a black trash bag. The incident took place just a few days after the child's 3rd birthday, y'all. Okay? So on that same day, the mother, 17-year-old brother, came over and asked her where the baby was. She replied, "Mind your fucking business." He then called the police on September 17th after finding the baby's body in the trash. She told the investigator with Child Protective Services that she hallucinated that SpongeBob instructed her to kill her daughter or face death herself with experiencing heroin withdrawal. And so she told him that she didn't remember the specifics of what happened at the time of what happened to the baby, that she was experiencing hallucinations due to heroin withdrawal and not sleeping for approximately 2 weeks. She was getting hallucinations from the TV that had instructed her to take her daughter's life or they would kill her. It was SpongeBob who was saying these things on the TV. If she didn't do what she did to her daughter, they would kill her. She said she was afraid for her life and she had lost her mind. She's being held in jail without any bond. She has a pretrial hearing scheduled for February 28th. And if she's convicted of the felony murder charge, she faces life in prison. Here the fuck we go. Here the fuck we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Like, I instantly go to the signs. You know what I mean? Like, what were the signs that other people could tell or notice within those 2 weeks of this woman not sleeping? You know, and I don't want to put the blame on nobody else because it's no one's fault for her mistakes. But I look at the brother. So you came over that day, you asked, "Where's the baby?" And then you called the police. Had you come over the days beforehand and asked, were there any signs that you could have just reported, you know, or said anything? Is there anything that anyone could have done in this situation? You have these fucked up individuals who have these kids, you know, father's not around. I'm sure her mom probably didn't want to have anything to do with her. And it's sad to say, but in a lot of these stories and these addicts, they've exhausted support from their family because they fucked it up. Even in my family, I got some folks, you know, not to call me. You better call me when you want free water and I will point you to the fucking sink. Don't call me. But that's how it is. I know it's hurt. I know I had to talk about it this morning, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out, V, because the Variety page Variety stated that this was his first nomination as the best actor. So I'll check that out. Oh heck no, yes. Up under the jail. That's where she needs to be. These folks are demonic. I'm telling you. Oh my God, what could have gotten to her? Poor baby. Wow, now we blaming SpongeBob cartoons. Yes, yes, we're blaming SpongeBob now. I'm sorry, y'all. We had to talk about it. Good morning, Coco. I'm sorry, y'all. We had to talk about it. Nobody ever went over. Here we go. I'm glad y'all are my people for real. Okay. Because see, when I talk to my friends about stuff like this, they're always like, well, why are you always putting it on somebody else? It's not that I'm putting it on someone else, but when you have an investigator mentality, you always think about the moments and the opportunities leading up to an incident, what changes could have occurred. Okay, so did he come over the day before and notice the baby? Anything? Did you call someone? Could you have made a report to the police? Like, I think something's going on with my sister. I don't know, but y'all should go check. Is there any fucking thing he could have done? And that's where I'm always at, because I think about my own self. Is there something that did you know your sister was an addict? Did the baby look malnourished? I'm sure if she'd been up for 2 weeks hallucinating about SpongeBob, the child wasn't eating. And I can go on and on and on about this. I just can't understand what is up with these people hurting their own children. You and me both. You and me both. Tough love. Mental illness, it is very real. It is real. And I like doing stories like this so that people can understand mental illness is not just one-sided, or there's not just a profile to mental illness, or it's not just, one race or one individual. Mental illness affects everyone. Everybody goes through some portion or something in their life. It may not be deep, dark mental illness, but everyone is, faced some form of depression. Everyone has faced some form of hurt and pain that's caused them to isolate themselves or, do things that they haven't done before. However, it's not just one race and one. So I like sharing these kinds of stories because it lets us all know that there's mothers out here, offing their child over SpongeBob. And I can only imagine the little girl sitting there watching the TV and her mom just goes fucking berserk for no fucking reason. I'm sorry, y'all. That shit just bothers me. Very sick. Good morning, Kingsman. All right, you have a good day too. That publication is incorrect regarding Will's moms. I follow this stuff pretty closely. Okay. Well, SpongeBob would have had to get me and SpongeBob would have been fighting each other. Yeah, the sad thing about it was that this lady actually wrapped her baby up in a garbage bag, took her baby outside, put it in the garbage can, and the brother came over and her response to him is, mind your fucking business. He should have known something was up then. Are you kidding? Any services involved? So the Child Protective Services are now involved. They're investigating her because they're going to be the ones who have to put the claim against her, bring the charges, do the investigative work to help the state's attorney. But that's the only thing. No, we need you. Was that baby in daycare? Nobody realized. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? Where were the opportunities for us to correct this situation? I'm 43 and my mom checks on me and my children every day. Okay. Listen, I was just talking to my aunt yesterday, like, okay, if I don't pick up the phone, that doesn't mean keep calling me. My TT will call me until I pick up. First of all, she's worried about where I live at. And second of all, I'm like the only person she calls and talks to on the phone like that all the time. So if I've missed one call, she's freaking out. She's calling my friend. I done gave her my friend number. She's calling my friend. She don't learn how to send me emails. She's sending me emails and stuff now. So absolutely, I think it's important though. We need that. We need people to check on you and check on folks. That love and support. It's a community. It takes a community. A lot of people blame mental illness. They're demonic. Yeah. Well, and this was drug induced. So she was definitely off of, I think it was heroin. They said she was off of heroin. Sleep 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks she hadn't sleep. I go crazy if I if I couldn't sleep well overnight. You know what I'm saying? So I can't imagine 2 weeks of missing sleep. That's crazy. Yes, and the pandemic is really making it worse. It's terrible. People are even more secluded. Yep. Roman, you had to pick up with TT. I have to. I always do. I'll be driving in the car. I'm like, I'll be jamming, and then here I'm like, what is she want? Then I pick up. It don't be nothing, y'all. It be. Now, when I'm on the phone and somebody call me and they text me at the same time, do I got to hang up to look at the text message? This was her yesterday. And I'm just like, So I'm like, no, you don't. All you gotta do is put your phone on speaker. Well, how do I do that? I'm like, oh shit, TT. And I'm like, so once we get that, I'm like, do you see the text message? I see it. And so I'm like, all right, is that it? I have to, go back to work now. She's like, yeah, I'll call you later. But she does it all the time. It is, I'd rather me help her than she don't know. If my sister ever told me none of my business about one of my nieces and nephews, shit, get my wop. Those are our kids. There you go. I love that attitude. These are our kids. It does take a community to have that kind of responsibility. What made him check the garage for him to do that? In my opinion, he must have. Brick, girl, you are on it. That's how detectives think. So, what made you go and check the garbage can? Like, did you have any suspicion? Did she say something to you? When did she say something to you? Because you can fuck around and be an accessory. You were aiding and abetting. The mere fact that you knew something like this was happening and you didn't tell the police, you can find yourself wound up in jail as well as an accessory. So it's always best to try to do the right thing first and let everything else happen. And at the end, oh wow, sleep it does for 2 weeks. Bitch, you better go lay your ass down. See, that'll be a fight. I can't function with a person who ain't sleep for 2 weeks. You'd be saying all kind of shit. She would have been out in the cold over these last 2 weeks. 2 weeks with no sleep. Damn, what kind of function are you really operating? She's not. Anytime SpongeBob starts talking to you from the TV, there's an issue. The TV, can y'all imagine SpongeBob telling you, the girl, cut that shit off. That's when you turn the TV off or change the channel. Right, because it wasn't the first time the brother knew she had the ability to mistreat the baby. That's why he asked. My kids catch a cold. My family is constantly calling, checking on them. A village. I love it. It's a village. It is a village. And some of us, like, I don't have kids, but I take responsibility as a village, as a member of the community in my village. So hell yeah, I want to know what's going on. He did what? My cousin sent me a video the other day of the oldest one in school having some rough play with the other boys. I couldn't even reply quick. I said, who the fuck recorded this? And what's going on? I said, my cousin was like, I'm already up here, cuz I'm already up here. I said, somebody better figure it out. They're doing this nowadays. They're really recording rough houses and putting them online. Nah, fuck around and get your ass handed to you. Where TT grandchildren, they better help you. Me, she has no kids. I'm her only child. I'm her only everything. Me. Hey, Miss B-Town, how you doing? I'm glad to see you. When my mother passed away, I went 7 days straight with no sleep. By the 7th day, I was hallucinating. Once I eventually crashed, I slept for almost a day. All was well after that. Oh, wow. That's wow. 7 days? I know that had to be very hurt. That had to be some pain. I don't even want to take you back to that place, but wow. Wow. I remember when I got dumped, and then when I went out, I saw the person who dumped me with their new person, and I was so hurt for like 2 days. I could sleep, but I couldn't sleep good because I kept thinking about it. Everything kept playing in my stomach and all of that shit. So I can understand tying it to emotions, but hers was clearly heroin. Like, had she got some heroin, maybe she would have went to sleep and her child would have been here. I'm not saying that should be the resolution, but wow. I'm sorry to hear that, V. After 2 weeks, you're going to get an odor. You know what? I think she probably was on meth because heroin. Oh, they say heroin, but it probably is meth. He probably put her in the trash can himself. Okay. See, this is why I'm glad I have y'all, because y'all, I can talk to y'all. I can't really fucking talk to none of them. Now we digging. See, here I go. I instantly went to, oh, what the fuck he got to do with it? He obviously got something to do with it. Nobody's gonna walk. I come in their house and ask them about their child. Gonna tell me mind my fucking business. That obviously means that the relationship that you two have, there's a dynamic where you can disrespect him this way when it comes to what he asks you about your child, because maybe in the future he's asked you about the treatment of your child or accosted you about the treatment of your child, and you responded to him in such a manner. So here again, he's asking you about your child and you're responding this way. See, I think like that, and it let me know like, oh, there's a level of familiarity here. You saying it like that, bitch, I'd I would have got her together politely. Politely. I'm so yeah. My family call every day to speak to me and my kids, especially my baby. Oh, exactly right. 2 days I'm not in my right mind. I've got 2 kids, and sadly that village don't exist. Oh, I'm a granny too, and my kids know not to act crazy on their kids. I told them grandparent love is on another level. Hey, Egyptian goddess, thank you for being here. You all, I keep forgetting, make sure you hit the like button. Remember, that's our tips. That's how we get our video in the algorithm to get us monetized, keep us monetized, and supporting these organizations, not just for this month, but in the future. We'll do a ton of different things. So please hit the like button, you all. Make sure our like count is up. Our goal today is 80 likes. Let me not answer. My mom is calling, house phone, the kids selling tablets. Baby, that's my nigga. That's the thing. That's why I don't like them on my social media. That's my only getaway. So it's like, you can't find me. You can't find me there. That's how I know the rest isn't important. Sleep deprivation is no joke. Yeah, that's drug. It's drug induced. Been my subby. Keisha Bishop, how are you? It's good to see you. Legit, I had to move recently and went a whole 24 hours straight. Let me tell you, I was fighting to stay up, struggling to even walk straight. I can't imagine how exhausted her body must have been. All right. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. Y'all hit the like button. Please hit the like. Thank you. Hey, fantastic. Thank you for coming through. It's good to see you, man. All right, let's get into our next story. Now, this is another tragic one, but let me not say dumb. Let me not say it's a dumb one. I'm learning. But a very unfortunate incident. So here we have a woman who falls off a bridge as it was opening up. Let's get into this story. A woman in West Palm Beach, Florida. Please tell me if y'all can still hear me. I'm sorry, A woman in West Palm Beach, Florida, fell to her death on Sunday after a drawbridge was raised as she walked across it with her bike. Now, apparently, the woman tried to hang on. There was a bystander nearby who tried to help her, but tragically, she fell 5 or 6 stories below, where she died landing on concrete. They said that she thought that she would be able to make it over to the other side. Unfortunately, it began to raise on her, and she let her bike go. Now, before I give my commentary on this, I would just love to know what y'all think about this, because I don't want to be offensive or rude. Okay. Oh, yes. Y'all are my people. The fuck? Excuse me, ma'am. Now, I've been on a drawbridge before, not when it's opening up, but I've been far enough away when it's opening up. You know how they stop you far away back when it's opening up. Sirens and everything, child. Sirens and everything. But this woman was a pedestrian going over the bridge. So she wasn't like us where we'll be driving in the car. She was over there on the side where she thought maybe I can run across with my bike. Bitch, are you kidding me? Don't ran across. And she had to hang on the end of the other side of the bridge. And as it was going up, she went right down. All over trying to be extra, trying to make it when you ain't have to. And the lesson in this, y'all, we don't gotta be impatient. We do not. If she knew it was coming. Yes, she knew it was coming. Now they want to launch an investigation to determine whether there was some foul play. Foul play? Yeah, the only foul play was the connection between her brain telling her, no, don't do it. They said she was just 10 feet away from making it to the other end of the bridge when it raised. Surveillance video is currently being assessed to determine how the death happened. The bridge is one of 3 bridges connecting Palm Beach with the West Palm Beach. And according to bicycle safety advocates, it's the main link for many pedestrians, cyclists, and drivers. She did do this to herself. You can tell she thought she had. It was her impatience. Yes, in a matter of a little bit of time. Did she have headphones? No, she didn't. No, baby. People are always thinking they can. No, that's one thing. I will say that, like, we have where I live doing way too much. Doing way too much. Where we live at, we have the tracks and the railroad tracks, and they're for like the metro trains. And so the dog park is right on the other side of the train, and so I have to cross that with my dog. And it'll say that a train is coming, but it's not coming at all. And so we'll run across it, but there's no lifting of water, there's no drawbridge. We're on land. I see sirens. I visibly have a connection of where I'm going. This lady literally played with her own entire life. Child, when being thirsty goes wrong. I tried to dodge the train in my convertible and almost got my head caught. Really? I do not play with trains or boats or anything in the water. I do not play with I'm just a big ass baby when it comes to that. I tell people, can you slow down? You don't see them damn train tracks? I do what the buses do. You know how they open the door? I almost roll a window down when I come close. I do not play. I've seen too many. Thank you for sharing the video. Foul play was gravity. Foul play was definitely gravity. I was about to say must be the damn ear pods because them bridges make noise. Nah, she was actually, she had her bike too. She was trying to walk her bike across instead of turning around and going the other way to wait like the cars did. Completely stupid. All right, let's move on. I just want to let y'all know some of the dumb shit people do. Now watch her family try to sue the city. And I'm gonna pay attention to that, because if she can sue the city for that girl in the 4th grade we talked about on Monday, her family should be able to sue the city for that. The hell? I bet she wasn't black because we ain't taking chances. Like, see, I agree with you there. I don't even think the slow ones will do some shit like that. Now wait, I take that back. But I don't think the majority of us would do that. First of all, I watched too many Final Destination. Miss Juicy, okay, we already know what the future holds. You ain't playing with me on no damn bridge over water. I already get claustrophobic being on a boat on water. I cannot do cruise ships or anything. So how y'all think I am over bridges? I'll be moving so fast in front of the car in front of me, like, bitch, can you move? I'm not trying to stand here. I'll be trying to go. Woo. And if I'm doing a road trip and I'm going over a bridge, I turn the music down and I am focused. I need to see. I am not playing. I cannot do a bridge. My mama used to roll her window down. Okay, yo, listen, I do too. I surely do. I need to know. It's just a habit I got from watching the bus drivers do it. I'll be here to tell the story. I'm not the one that's going to be on the other side. I will definitely be the one with the camera holding his phone. I stopped, but that car just kept going. That's me. Absolutely. I need to be focused. I think it's important. And plus, also, y'all, I had to go to a victim impact panel. I'll talk about that later in my on YouTube. Where these people had to talk about how drivers almost killed and end their lives. And I learned so much. Oh my God, you got to go on a cruise at some point. Trust me, I got some. I'm in Cruise Central. When I tell you I'm in the town for all the cruises, and I'm just nervous. So I'm working on it. I might need some therapy, because it's just something that, if I can't touch land, well, why do I want to be there? Plane is different. All right, let's get into this other one real quick. I just want to, now I have an opinion on this, and I want y'all opinion on this one. So Michael Jackson's family is now, they're actually agreeing to this. Okay, they are agreeing to having a biopic of, as Catherine Jackson states, as a family, we are honored to have our life story come alive on the big screen. So allegedly and apparently, this is a new film that will chronicle the life of superstar Michael Jackson. The difference, I don't know, but they're saying that this film will give audiences an in-depth portrayal of the complicated man who became the king of pop. It will bring to life Jackson's most iconic performances, as it gives an informed sight into the entertainer's artistic process and personal life. And what do I have to say about it? They can keep that, unless I'm getting the treatment that we got for Janet Jackson's. I don't want to see it. I don't want to. I don't. I want to. I want to know how he carried himself behind the scenes. I want to know what were the meetings like with Michael Jackson. I want to know what were the songwriting process like with Michael Jackson. When we saw that clip of him and Janet Jackson writing a song, that's the shit I want to see. I don't give a fuck about him performing on American Bandstand. I done seen it so many times. I don't care about what went into the performance. I don't care about what went into the Grammys or any of these other performances. Lord, we got YouTube for it. I don't care. What I care about is the mind, the mentality. What was he thinking? What was this great artist thinking when he was doing some of this shit? When he was riding in a limo to a show, was there a camera capturing some shit he was saying? That's what I want to see. So how I feel about this is they get a M for effort, but otherwise, no, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna be here for it. After a while, I just get like, nah. Oh my God, you gotta go. I am. Wonder will they play like a bridge over? You are wrong. Listen, our people don't have the luxury of ignorant bliss. Our bodies just won't permit it. It won't. Please let lie, dive, sleep. She been quiet for a few days. Please hit the likes and also donate. Triggers my anxiety. Thank you. Hey, Hot Spicy Tea. Welcome. Good morning. So American Dream wasn't good enough. Okay. Do you see where I'm going with this? Okay, the Jackson Pride. Okay, now I feel like this is exactly what it is. I feel like this is another way for them to get a cash grab, run that money up for the estate, and of course it will. I mean, what else are they going to talk about with Michael Jackson? We've exhausted almost all of the points except for the most intimate stuff, which they keep close and near and dear to their heart. Like a Prince biopic would be great for me. Great right now. I would love to know how Prince operated. He was so private and so secluded. And he was one of the first persons who started the private celebrity parties where he would throw parties for celebrities and stuff, and they could tell no one. He invite them over to their house and he would throw all of this stuff. I would like to know more about that. I'm over the MJ stuff. What else, And you see where Flex is today. That fucked him up. Right, I want the juicy stuff. Exactly. I was hoping Janet would touch on her and Michael's song Screaming, how it came about. She could only do so much. I think she's still a little controlled by that estate as well, too. So they better do in true Virgo fashion like Beyonce Homecoming. Unless they show Mike buying drugs and being real, I would stick. You said it. Unless I see a pill in a cup before he pop on stage, you're right. I even go to YouTube just to look up candid interviews of Michael Jackson, and it's interesting what you find and what you see. Wish they would stop bleeding his body for cash. Love me some MJ. Yes, we have seen so many things about MJ, so it would need to be something different. And my thing is, why don't they do this kind of stuff to Elvis Presley? You know what I mean? Like, why is it our MJ who now has to become the next opportunist? Go put Elvis Presley out there. I bet you his state got his shit on lock though. Michael was my first crush back when he had an app. Really? With the big nose? We had the same kind of nose, me and Michael. When I would look at his picture, I'm like, we got the same nose. And then all of a sudden it just went in and back. That's how it looks. That's how they nose look now. Sorry, y'all, but it's weird. It sounds like they will touch on those things. I'm sure it will be well done. However, when the family is controlling, you think it'll be good? I hope so. I just feel like they have to give us more than what they've currently been giving us. They have to. He's talking about Cardi B. Please hit the like. Prince was king of shade. I'll be Prince, baby. Would I? I'm talking about I throw a whole fucking party. Now that I do. Prince is my kind of shade. I love, I like that kind of shade. I love satire. I love a sort of a quiet throw of a shade. Like, bitch, okay. Now you see me, now you don't. If they do, they better have a good wig on. The actor Prince has a biopic, but that damn wig messed it up. Yeah, I bet they won't touch on the doctor overdosing him or the dad's abuse. Of course not. At this point, MJ and Whitney will never be able to rest peacefully. Nope, not until we get the Whitney hologram tour and the MJ hologram tour. I know Patty is trying to start it, But I think that's going to be the next level of exploitation. They're just waiting for the public to be softened by it. So what they'll start doing is doing smaller artists, non-irrelevant artists. They'll start doing them in holographic form performances so we can become used to it and we can soften up to it. And then they're going to drop the bomb on us and start doing these other artists. Mark my effing words. Yes, Prince private parties. Weren't they? I just be hearing about them. And I'm like, damn, to be somebody to just get him. Prince call you, hey, what are you doing? You want to come over? Got a couple of friends over. Yeah, you don't have to bring anything. Just come over. Do you know how quick I would jump and go over? I'd be in some damn boxes still at the door like, I'm here. The fuck? Yes, the family probably feels that they need to restore the legacy since the last few stories have been negative and focused on the allegations. I could see that side. Even after you feel like that, even after the Janet Jackson's documentary, he said Michael's real voice was deep. Can you visually picture that? MJ's voice being deep? They never will. They protect their own. Elvis was very unsavory. Yeah, Elvis just makes me think of mayonnaise and mushed eggs. I just can't do it. Clyde's a classic. I would love to get her for an interview, by the way. But I know that's going to be hell and high water. Lord Jesus. But I'm going to try for the fall. I want a true Beyonce's documentary. In order for us to get a true Beyonce's documentary, she can't be involved. It would have to be given the Netflix treatment. You know, when Netflix does documentaries, they never submit the final cut to the talent. And that's written in their contract. The final cut is only edited and reviewed by Netflix. And that's what happened to Kanye West recently. Kanye West, his Genius documentary that'll be on Netflix. He didn't get a chance to look at the final cut. He got pissed about it. Like he's going to cancel and remove it. Yeah, fucking right. You're going to let it play. So I think for Beyonce, she would have to get off of HBO because HBO gives you full rights. They just want the money. Get your ass to Netflix and let them do it the way, because they'll be able to do it the way we want it to be. As long as Beyonce's involved, it's going to be carefully curated, crafted. You know, it's going to be a rollout. It's going to have so much stuff to it. I just introduced my youngest to MJ and she became an instant fan. Oh, wow. What was the song that you introduced your youngest baby to MJ? So you love Phaedra Parks. I do. I would actually sit down with Phaedra Parks. I do. I love that whole first of all, I like older women shade. I like that. You know, I was raised by older women, so I see it all the time and I will pick up on it. And so it just be funny to me to watch older women throw shade because it's almost like they don't think you know they're throwing shade at them, but you know, and you just letting them do it like, okay. They did that with Tupac and Pop Smoke. Yeah, that was horrible to me. First of all, I watched the Tupac hologram the other day. To me, it was just done in poor taste. I feel like they need to be more intimate. You have millions and millions of people coming to see Tupac hologram. I just feel like that should be reduced to like 1,000 people, a more intimate show. It allows the hologram to come more out into the audience. And, you know, that's a bigger generating of revenue than you having 1 million people come to watch a shadow on stage. That to me is just like, you're really exploiting the fuck out of just thin air and lasers. I don't want no parts of that. They drained him during life and death. I feel some kind of way about the family's role of his trouble in childhood. Well, shit, look at Janet. He called her slaughter pig, slaughter cow. Damn, Michael. I'm like, well, Jan, did you have any clipbacks? Did you call that nigga? Okay, I'd have called him Bird. Was this the white version or the black version? I'd have been calling him all kind of birds, and that's why you look like you quack, bitch. Don't come for me. I love Phaedra Shade. Do you think Whitney was a lesbian and she really couldn't be her true self? I do think Wendy was getting it lit. I definitely do think that. Now that side of the story I would love to hear, but Patty can't be involved. I can't get with the hologram. I'd rather watch the MJ on Broadway or Elvis live with the minor. They won't talk about that though. It was okay during those days. Hey, Miss T Velocity, thank you for being here, member. I bet this helped to push Janet's documentary to the more positive messaging, the better. What you think? It was like a packaging deal? Elvis his sit down ear stinks. Kanye gets pissed at everything. They're another YouTube content creator that does old Hollywood scandals, and her story on Elvis had me like, well, I'm gonna have to go check that out. I feel sorry for Kanye kid. I'm trying to catch up, y'all. Ooh, Miss Toby Elvis sure did. I love that old Southern woman draw, that classy read that went over your head because the fresh lemonade was so sweet. Yes, I get it. I dig it. That's why I dig it. I be watching like, I see us. Oh, I see you. First video was extended version of Thriller. Smooth Criminal even brought her the Thriller jacket. Yo, you did it then. You introduced you did it in the right way. Hey, Eclectic. So thank you for being here. Yo, we got 77 people here. I haven't even checked the likes, but please hit the like button. Remember, your like, your view helps us keep the channel thriving. It also helps us support organizations and do a lot of great things. So please hit the like. Thank you. All right, let's get to, I got like 6 more stories, y'all. King Roman News. Look on the YouTube or video on Tupac at King's Dominion. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Let me write that down. King's Dominion. Because I'm working from the crib today. Of Nippy, who was taking part in the scissoring. Hell, I was there working the light switch. Really? Actually, just simply a strategic marketing plan for the family as a whole. Okay, 58 likes. Come on, y'all, get the likes up. Please hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. All right, our next story. Oh, now I really want to see if y'all agree with me on this one. So, J-Lo is out here telling folks that she is so hurt that she is not included, and that she don't know if she will ever be, and that there's this inner circle, like we are the great artists, and then there's the pop artists. Now, J-Lo, you mean there's artists who can actually sing, and then there's the artists who have help in the studio? I was very taken aback by this. So she sat down and she was doing an interview, and the question is that how do you survive sort of Hollywood and the toughness of Hollywood and stuff like that? And she was talking about how her mom helped her survive the business and sort of helped her get her through it, and her mom probably doesn't realize that she was preparing her for the business. And she said that sometimes Tinseltown has made her feel like an underdog. Girl. Made her feel like an underdog. And so I just want to put this other picture of her up. And so she goes on to say, I always feel like I was scrapping from the bottom. Always. I always felt like I wasn't the one that was supposed to be in the room. I'm real. That's part of being Puerto Rican and from the Bronx and a woman. She continued, you know what I mean? All of that stuff, not being born into a family with money, not knowing anybody in the business. I just went out there and said, fuck it. I'm going to just try. I'm going to try to get in there. And so she's like, it's just 20 to 25 years of people going, well, she's not that great. She's pretty and she makes cute music, but it's not really this and it's that. I think I've done some nice work over the years, some really nice work, but there is a club that I just wasn't a part of. And I always acted like, yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm okay. She said, but it hurts to not be included. I don't know if I ever will ever be. There is an inner circle, like we are the great artists, and then there's the pop artists. What do you all think about this? And girl, if you don't come down off your high, I hate when celebrities complain like this. They weren't accepted. Bitch, you got all that fucking money. Where do you need to be accepted by? Who and where and why and how? If you don't get the hell out of here. I almost put a comment under the article, but I forgot I was trying to play nice with these contents, blogs and stuff. Who knows what my future holds? But I almost cursed her ass out under the. If you don't sit your non-singing ass down somewhere, 77 people, 67 likes. Okay, y'all, please get the likes up. Thank you, Shay. Girl, Miss Toby, I saw in my eyes almost hit the back of my head. I couldn't stop. I said, are you fucking kidding me? Who would even entertain this? I don't know her. Stop. Already stop. We all on the same page. That's why I fuck with y'all. Listen, Lord, J-Lo, go sit down somewhere, girl. She's entertaining. Right? She just somebody who happened to get a great producer in the studio who helped her with her music. I think she's always been talented when it came to her acting gig, but when she threw that music in, that's what blew a lot of people. Like, okay, you can do it, but don't sit here and think you about to be a legend. J-Lo is not a legend when it comes to music. And if someone says she's an icon when it comes to music, you mean club music, or are you talking about electric synthesizing beats? Because I don't see her as great when it comes to vocal performance, and that's just me on some real shit. The I'm real, so those songs were cute, but that ain't something you gonna. I've honestly been over her since she deemed herself Afro Latina square biz. Okay, Mariah. Okay, it's Jenny from the block. Don't sit her behind down her bank account. Exactly. You complaining, but you got a whole bank account. You can shut all of us up. I know you can shut me up. This I'm telling you, Carrie, we all on the same page. I'm glad. Okay, J-Lo have been the Hollywood Latin girl for years, and she don't want to put nobody else on. Her adding Cardi B to that Hustle movie, to me wasn't putting nobody on. She really needs to help develop other careers of women like her that she support, so that the work can become less hard and easy. You know, I don't understand why people get so far up and they still think it's just me. It's just me. No, you gotta think you're a business, and at a business you have employees. You have a lot of people. Let me tell you, if I ever blow up doing YouTube or anything, my next main focus is to have at least 5 other YouTubers blown up. Same thing. We each want to teach one. So for her, I don't feel bad. Everybody know J-Lo, girl, how much love you want. You got fame. That's all you need. Did she consider herself an underdog when she was dating Diddy? Right. That's the statement right there. That's exactly what she said. It hurts to not be included. I don't know if I will ever be. There's an inner circle, like we are the great artists, and then there's the pop artists. Y'all know what she's talking about. She wants to be included with the greats in terms of singing. It'll never happen, honey. Not as long as we breathe in H2O. Give Ashanti her publishing. Now, if you really want to talk about something, but do y'all let me show this. Let me talk to the camera. Let me come back in for this real quick. So y'all, this would work so well for J-Lo. This gives me another Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson situation where Justin Timberlake just needed to really come out and say he apologized for what happened with Janet Jackson. A sincere apology. In my mind, this situation, she definitely needs to come out and offer some sort of sympathy or some sort of acknowledgement that Ashanti helped her career. The fact that she not denies it, but she doesn't speak about it, or she makes no mention to it, makes the allegations that you're a fraudulent ass singer even more true. All you got to do is say the song is long gone. You done got your money from it, been gone, done, down the ring. You know, what's the harm? Say Ashanti was a huge integral to my career during these albums, during these singles. That would do a lot for you and her and the public. But she's too busy trying to be accepted into a great club, which she'll never be accepted in. Honey, you don't sing octaves like that. The computer does. You don't push the keys up like that. Producer does. Damn, the bitch can't listen. When I be harmonizing over her, I sometimes be like, damn, Jay, I got you on that note. That I'm Real song, she could not sing on that at all. Listen to the original version, I'm Real, cause I'm real, the way you walk, the way you. She sounded like she was blowing her nose at the same time. It's horrible. Right, sit down, Jenny. I wouldn't want to hang with someone if they don't want me. Period. And I have millions in the bank. Bitch, I wouldn't even be thinking about you, included where she's right to some degree, but who cares? Who really cares? Does she need grocery money? Kaylin White, good morning. Right. I could blow I'm Real if she stopped hopping from one dang to another, maybe. I think Ben Affleck is for her. I think he's the right dose of male that she needs. She don't need nobody well put together. She needs somebody who's a little sloppy where she can still be the shining piece. I get it. It's yin and your yang. She's no Barbara Streisand. Hell, She surely ain't. I think if she wants to be in that circle, she need to sing 16 bars a cappella, but she can't do that. Sat down somewhere. Has she ever sung the national anthem? You all name another big Latin actress. You know, it should have been Selena. Now we'd have stood for Selena. Selena would have been on all kind of R&B features. I could see it now. Selena would have got the cosign because she has the talent and she's beautiful. Get her throat in order. Oh my god. Penelope Cruz. Oh yeah. We don't make it to the NHL. Some people are great supporting people. If she went off in Spanish at the inauguration while singing Jenny, you're not gonna. Jayla will always get her flowers for her work. Plus, she did Selena Biopic, which is my fave. That, of course, her acting chops are amazing. Good morning, Voodoo. Good to see you. Rachel Farrell is not giving her proper respect. It can sing most under the table. Okay, I see what you're doing, child. She wants Ben to be a white savior. That's all she got at this point. Why not? You know, that's how I felt about it. It wasn't interesting enough to me. I just felt like, girl, if you don't get your ass off your high horse, nobody wants to be. I think, but more than anything, I think this is something she needed to say for her own self, so other people around her can know that she's not worried about being the best singer or the best performer. So now it's out here, but we know that it's still in her brain. It's still in her psyche. That's gonna always like fuck her up. The chat is giving. Yeah, I think we agree. I'm over her, over Miss J Lo. All right, now, so I don't know if you all saw this. You know, people are doing the most when it comes to promoting their new singles and stuff like that. Future sits down with dating advisor Kevin Samuels and is asked how much he spent on women for I think in a year. So let me just share this with you all. And of course, out of everybody, he sits down with who? Kevin Samuels.
So, Future, I want to commend you on your bravery. I mean, admitting you have an addiction is never easy, especially when you do it publicly. So, Chanel, Birkin, Dior, APs, five-star hotels, vacations. And last year, how much would you say you spent on?
Probably around 2-3.
2,000-3,000. It's not so bad.
Nah, 3 million.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, y'all.
Every time I see a beautiful woman, I have to splurge, I have to spoil them. Realizing that I have this problem, I need help.
When was the last time you went on one of these sprees?
Let me think.
So y'all know what that is, right? I hope he's paying child support. Carrie, I think we need a shirt. I think we need a shirt because we're noticing a lot of things, a lot of dumb questions. I could see them having same ideas about women. Right, I didn't know. So no, he's not. He's not a dating advisor. He about to drop a song. He about to shut up, Kevin. You just spend $3 million on me. He about to drop a song. So he's dropping a song, and that was the way he led up to the song. And so it was interesting having Kevin Samuels and Future. The funniest thing about that is they both, I think somebody said this, they both got the same fucking ideas when it comes to women. Yes, Voodoo. The same kind of ideas. So I actually would be more interested in them having a sit down than this being a rollout for a new music video. It's like, okay, but I'm more interested in their conversation. Let me ask you all this. Ladies, would y'all date Future? Men, would y'all date anybody? Would y'all date Future? I'm curious. He should have asked how much he spent on his kids. Less than 3 million. Would y'all date Future? What is the chat saying? No. The human. Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. No, I wouldn't even talk to him. Hell no. Somebody needs to send this clip to child support court judges. Tanari. I don't know how he can get it though. You know, someone said his private. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all just do. I think he is kind of cute. Woo! Y'all are so funny to me. Y'all are so hilarious. So we have a bunch of no's. Miss Toby said, "Hell no." And then we have a few. Yeah, he can get it. I think it's his appeal that's way more attractive than him. And sometimes it's like that be the like sometimes that's people are attracted to that. That can be more attractive. So does Future even talk to himself? What's his self-talking look like? You know, it's almost my bedtime. Work was long tonight. Tanari, okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you for being here. I'm glad you stopped through. I'm glad you stopped through. All right, y'all. Let's get into this other story. I know y'all done seen it. I just know y'all done seen it because if you haven't, you need to get on over to Twitter and see what's been going on. So, Mr. Nelly is issued an apology on Tuesday after a not suitable for work video was posted to his Instagram account. The rapper issued a statement to TMZ saying that he apologizes to the young woman involved in the video and her family for the unwanted publicity. I sincerely apologize to the young lady and her family. This is unwanted publicity for her and them. This was an old video that was private and never meant to go public. Now, here's where allegedly King Roman thinks the lie comes in. Nelly's team also told the publication that they believe the video was posted after his account was hacked. They are investigating the breach now to make sure that the other personal information and documents weren't also taken. The video was promptly scrubbed from social media a few hours after it was posted, but IG did not stop going in on Nelly. So hell yeah, I caught the video. Did I catch the video? Oh yes, I caught the video. So it's so funny. This video was posted to his story. Now he said it was leaked by some hackers, right? So you know I'm always doing my investigation. So the hackers, before this posted on his story, it was a promotion for something else on his story. Then it was this video, and then it was something else, right? None of those things seemed like it was hacker type content. Then all of a sudden, this video, the hackers did it, put it out. And now they want to check to see if there's anything else. No, hell no, hell no. Nelly did this shit on purpose. And I feel like the female, now I know my ladies in the chat gonna attack me, but that's what y'all here for. Y'all here to keep me in line. I feel like the female was in on it as well, simply because in his apology, and you always got to pay attention to what celebrities say, because it's also a defense should somebody go to court. So in his apology, he says this. These are the key words. I sincerely apologize to the young lady and her family. This unwanted publicity for her and them. That unwanted using the words unwanted publicity indicates that he knows that she doesn't want this for publicity. So after this, she's not going to be going out there making appearances. She's not going to be doing interviews. She's not going to be doing this because this is unwanted publicity. Now, the minute she goes out there and does an interview, talk to a radio show, what does that do to his comment? Uh-oh. You see what I'm saying? So him putting that out there builds his case. I'm sorry, she never wanted this to happen for unwanted publicity. I've erased it off from all my social media accounts. However, she can't sue me and say that because now she's out here doing interviews for all of this stuff. She does want the publicity. So I feel like there's a little bit of, okay, you can go ahead, but take it down quickly. And now she's out there. She gets. I'm on the watch and stay tuned. I'm just thinking about how the industry works when it comes to these. Nelly has never been one who's released a sex video, a sex tape. Never been that kind of celebrity. And now all of a sudden we get this. I don't think that it was a leak. I feel like he was a part of it. Now let's talk about the video. It definitely spoiled my dreams about what Nelly was working with. I definitely thought it was a little bit, you know, I thought it was giving something, but no, it was cool. It was cool. And the girl, I always, we in the morning show, so with the morning crew, so we can talk how we want to talk. But I always feel like people who give fellatio, mouth to, and use their hand, ain't putting their all into it. And she was using her hand. She wasn't putting her all into it. So it definitely looked like she was being a little shy. She knew what was going on. So it gets on the porn for celebrities. I'll give it a C for continuing to go on even when they should have just stopped. So let me see what you all think, because I don't want nobody to just get high here. Okay. Oh yeah, that was the video. It was supposed to be an old video that he leaked out. No, I don't want to see. It was he's a short man. Somebody will find it great. Listen, this is what I realized about size when it comes to that. There's somebody for every size. Women say that, all the women and men always say, it got to be this, it got to be that, until they find a guy that they like and they're okay with what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he's gonna find, I'm sure it works for some women. I'm sure it works for some men, or however he does. Hackers. Good morning, Gemini. How you doing? I think it's a tie between Jay Wilson and Nelly and Pink. See, we're not doing this. Not this morning. Yeah, right. If he is a shorty, he needs to apologize. Maybe she need to apologize. I was not impressed. More shots, he had to deal with that. But he may do some other things that's great. Nelly is trying to get Ashanti's attention. Well, that was not the right way to go. She probably got a payout. That's there. We in the voodoo. Why you hear this? Why you here? You here? Of course she got a payout. Of course that was all right. I'm gonna let it leak and blah blah blah. I feel like it's promotion like Soulja Boy and others. Absolutely, Rico. Good morning, Rico. I absolutely agree too. That's exactly what I think it is. Nelly doesn't do shit like this. Nelly has never really been in that kind of sphere. You know what I'm saying? So for him to just drop this, and then the stories, he had like 6 other stories before this within like 10 minutes of a piece. And then this video, it's like, you know what you was doing. You scrolling through your phone, trying to be funny. You want some attention because you were promoting some other shit before this. And then now you have all the attention. Now everybody's asking, did you see the Nelly video? And I get on Twitter because it's on Twitter. All you got to do is type in Nelly video, sort by videos, and just scroll. And it was just like, I think the biggest thing that may have turned me on or did anything for me was just listening to him. Like, oh, okay, that's what he sounded like. The video was like, oh, okay, that's cute. Y'all did it. Y'all should have put a filter on her face. Why come only celebrities get hacked? He knows he's supposed. Right. All the shit I got on my phone, I ain't been hacked yet. PR, baby. That's PR, ain't it? That's so embarrassing. He must be getting ready to release an album. Oh my God. Artists don't let their talent speak. Period. You're embarrassed for him. Ladies, don't be letting nobody record your activities. When roll the video back 9 times out of 10, you don't look as good as you. Oh no, Kingsman, because sometimes you can't help but do the recording, but you use your phone and you make sure you take their phone and you toss it all the way in another room. But you want to record? Okay, here my phone. Go ahead. It's on my phone, on my device. Ain't no way in hell we recording anything on your phone. That's just, I don't play them games. I don't play them games. I will break your phone or flush it down the toilet if that's what happened, and be an accident. We'd be fucking fighting, but don't record me I can't do that unless we married and your assets are in my name. Ladies, everyone can't be Kim Kardashian. Because that was not a Ray J. I'll give you that. I'll give him that. It's literally like this. That's it. It literally is. It literally is on some real no lie. It's just like that. And she did what she could, you know? She did what she could. He going the Kardashian route. Wait, the girl's doing interviews about sloppy toppy. She about to watch. I guarantee it. So allegedly, you're the girl who. What happened? How did that happen? All these celebrities are doing this for PR nowadays because Rona changed up their money flow. Your child, was it? Nah, it wasn't like CB's. No. Or Soldier Boys. No hand gang, stand up. You can use your hand doing the soft shake. Right? That's what I just said. No, it wasn't under Real King Roman. I really want to see the video, Lord. I think I love go and look at it. It's on Twitter. Just type it in because you know Twitter is everything. Twitter is literally the Google for online shit. Type it in a search engine, it'll pop up. I think he fine too. Shit. I used to love me some Nelly. No, I don't think she did a good job at all because she was hand on it. And so when you're hand on it, you really just doing this right here. Mama, you need to move the hand and we need you to go. We need you to go. And she wasn't doing that. And I'm sorry for this morning, but we in the morning show. Y'all know what we give. She wasn't giving the gawk. Nope. She was giving the really, he never been like this. The swipe the credit card. Lord, okay, Carrie. What did I say? What was her performance rated? Like she get a 2.3. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting ready to leave work in a few. I'm trying to get you. All right, Tanari, you have a good day too. It's average, right? That's what I said. It'll work for somebody. Nobody jaws is that big. Good morning, Jay Green. It's an okay set, right? Lord, he is feeling it, groaning and moaning quietly. That's all I was trying to listen. Y'all stop. Carrie, that's all I was trying to listen for. After I saw it, I was like, well, what he sound like? I was like, oh, listen to him. Listen to that shit. Oh, it's thick, about 6 inches, like a dollar. That's why I just said this is a perfect, because it's just the biggest thing is this thick. Why are we sitting here talking about this man this morning? Y'all are doing too much. Tip check. We had 75. Okay, y'all, we need 5 more likes to get to the goal of 80 likes this morning. Please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Remember, tips help the video. Your views, you being here helps the video, help me with the monetization. You keep it out there. You don't have to worry about anything else. I'm gonna do everything else, but your support means a lot. So I appreciate it. But wait, isn't he married? I don't think he's married. I think he got somebody he's dating though. I don't want to ruin the image I painted for myself. Go ahead, do it. Hold on, let me find this link. Okay, good. Thank you. Y'all so awesome. Yo, man, awesome. These comments. Look at y'all. We got a whole key this morning. Trademark. What's going on? I hate. Bitch, if you don't take your whole and go down the whole thing, she's doing better than what you were saying. You think so? V, you just saw it? Oh my God. She's a Kim K head. Give her a week. Thumbs it up. Thank you. Hey, Renee Patterson. Oh, Soldier Boy. That's why he crazy like that. You can always tell cocky men for no reason. Like, why is this man overly cocky? He ain't got no, like, when in real life, when you think about a guy, he ain't got no talent, got no job, ain't doing this, ain't doing that, but he mad fucking cocky and he's real suave. And them motherfuckers got you sitting in your fucking living room all damn day waiting on you to move, do some shit because they ain't got shit else to do but keep it open for you. It's like, shut the fuck out of here. The content is hilarious. Oh my God. I'm glad y'all really checked it out. Okay. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more stories. All right, I'm about to get through this. And we got good. 30 minutes. Oh, we doing good. We doing good. Thank you all. And if you just coming in the room, thank you for being here. We just going through some things. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. And becoming a member. I'm gonna drop the membership link. Just consider becoming a member. Anything personal or private I do on my channel, I will always share with you all first for a period of 24 to 48 hours before I put it out to the public. I want your feedback. I want your acknowledgement. I'm really trying to include you in the fold of me building this channel. So if you so interested. Oh, my laptop freaking out. Do y'all hear that? Yes, we get it first. Absolutely. Then again, Trey Songz trash bag self out here rearranging parts. I saw that, and I have my own comments on that. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So let me know if y'all hear that noise. Oh, my laptop, hot as hell. Hey, DKL, the talented, the most talented, amazing. I enjoy it. You did too, Rico. I did too. I want to believe that Tim, but he came out and said it wasn't him. Why are we doing it? This is a nighttime conversation. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next topic. JT and Young Miami. So there's been some speculation that JT and Young Miami, they're beefing because Young Miami is turning 28 and celebrating her birthday on February 11th, and she's been already having some celebrations, but people noticed that JT wasn't in attendance, and so we found out. Well, it comes to find out that the reason JT hasn't been in attendance is because her birthdays are always out of the country. And since she's been in prison and on probation, she's not able to make those kind of travel commitments. And her birthday is February the 11th, so she's not able to make it because she's doing something else. So she decides to go to Twitter and go off. So here she goes. I would really black out on a bitch. Y'all don't know me or what the fuck I be having personal going on. Bitches be under 21, no responsibilities, no motion, clocking a fucking adult, and wrong at that. Fuck out my mentions. I'm trying to be positive and will continue to be too. Little ass girls, little ass brains. What do you all think about that? Oh gosh, my laptop is going crazy. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. Y'all got to give me a minute. Give me a minute to all right, there you go. I had to get my other laptop, my work laptop. All right. People are constantly in their friendship. Oh, this shit is so shaky. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Who cares about those talented chicks? Listen, I really thought this was a moment in their friendship where it was showing us that they broke it. They had, split apart, but unfortunately it's not. And I'm saying unfortunately like that, but it's not. And I don't want to see them breaking apart. Am I the only one who sometimes cringe just a little when was is used instead of were? How could you even use the two? Y'all, I finally got my booster and flu shot. My arm is hurting. You did. Good, good, good. Okay. No comment on that. All right. So the next story I have for us is this: Cardi B makes Culture's Instagram private because folks have gotten in those comments and they were really saying some shady shit. And I have to agree with her. Like, I didn't realize that people were saying some of the things that they were saying. So Cardi has decided to make her daughter Culture's Instagram account private after seeing the deplorable remarks in the comments section. So some of the things that these people were saying was, I mean, like the girl, this a little baby. They said big head squid. One person wrote high creature, and instead of spelling it Creature, they spelled it with a K. Another person commented, such a mistake, child. And I mean, that's pretty horrible. So she wrote, haven't been checking my daughter account, but now I'm going to lock her page. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I hope y'all moms die for giving birth to you whole ass weirdos. And so she's shut down the comments on her daughter's page. What do you all think about this? First of all, do you think Culture should even have her own separate Instagram account, Celebrity Child or not? What do you all think? Hey, Queen Diva. Oh yeah. Who was that? Made that comment. Taking ibuprofen for the swelling and keep it moving to keep the pain down. They doing way too much on that little girl's page. Yeah, that was. I do think that. So you taking the comments way too far. It's way too far. And it's funny that Instagram and Facebook isn't set up that if it's a child account, you can't comment, because on YouTube, if we make our videos open to children, then you can't comment under the videos, and nor can we monetize the videos. So if I don't have a child account, so it's just so funny that people are doing that. Those are all Tasha K people. Stop. When they use Salt and Pepper, I'll take your man. Those bitches had no idea about the song nor who Salt and Pepper were. Oh, City Girls. My child wouldn't be on social media. That's a baby. Leave her alone. That's sad to go to a child's page, comments like that. Tasha K made those. People are so mean. This is why babies don't need pages. Plus, do that. Now y'all understand why Kanye West does not want his daughter Northwest to be on TikTok. It's just they don't have the mental and emotional capacity to deal with the negative backlash that come with it. And sometimes even the positive might be overwhelming. And so in a way, I understand. That's why I said on Monday, I understand what he means where he wants control in that aspect, because it's not you're worried about the child. The child thinks you're worried about them. No, you're worried about their interaction with other people. And this is a clear thing. How dare you go under my child's picture and say such a mistake, child? Bitch, I'll be trying to comfort your whole fucking account. I feel threatened, violated. I'm going to counseling for this. I am a stickler for properly conjugated verbs. Okay? Too young for a page, in my opinion. Absolutely. She's still a baby. If she has one, she doesn't need to actually run the page. And I don't even like Cardi, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Right, exactly. People are mean to Cardi, so you know they will drag her kid. Children don't need to have social media pages, period. Good morning, Joyce. How you doing? Welcome. Isn't there an age requirement? Well, if not for a child's account, I think it's between the ages of 8 to 16, to 13 or 16. And it has to be linked to a parent's account so the parent can approve it, similar to TikTok. Charlene Clark, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Welcome. Thank you. It's too many pervs on social media. I told y'all the other day they have a guy who's who's like going after black boys on TikTok, and he was talking about how he approaches them, and he was giving. I was scared to play the video for you all. Maybe I might do it in another upload where I don't care about the monetization and they can strike it and all that good stuff, so y'all can see the kind of stuff that he says he looked for. Like he says, one thing he looks for is the way they dress and how many other people they have filming. Like if they dress, low income, and if they're doing a lot of filming by themselves, they don't seem to have a lot of family or friends in the footage and what they record and put on social media. That's another kind of guy or child that he approaches. The shit was weird. Why not turn the comments off? They really should. Thank you for becoming. Thank you. Yes, Tenari. Thank you. 8 is too young. What do you have to share at that point? What the fuck are you sharing? You just got off the school bus and you're going in the house? I just did my homework. Can y'all imagine? We didn't have that kind of. I'm young as hell. I'm 34. I didn't even have social media back then. I can only imagine how it would have fucked my world up, having to look at other people's lives and compare my life to it. You know what I'm saying? Always having to do that constant comparison. So, no, I told you my children would be mad at me and my daughters would be mad at me. I know it used to drive me crazy. Wiley doesn't use his suffixes ever, no apostrophes or anything. I can't take it. Y'all not gonna do it. Hey Wiley, good morning, Wiley. Charlene Clark. All right. And all right, so we gotta go back and travel somewhere and get real crazy real quick. So next story. Woman is being charged after leaving 6 young children in filth and squalor. 1-year-old was so hungry he ate feces. Let's just get into this, because y'all can already tell it's about to blow my mind. But we need to talk about it. Some of this stuff we just really do need to talk about it. All right, so 2 roommates in Texas are being charged with felony child endangerment after 6 small children were found to be living in abhorrent conditions. 28-year-old and 34-year-old were arrested by Houston police after their kids were found to be living in complete filth and squalor. Investigators discovered the children, who were...
Yes, one of those mothers told investigators she left to do her taxes. Investigators never figured out where the other mother went, but both of them faced the judge here in court today, both charged with felonies. In court, 28-year-old Reese Padilla Hernandez and her roommate, 34-year-old Yuris Molina, 2 mothers each with 3 kids, living under one roof here at this apartment complex on Goodson Drive in North Houston.
The defendant abandoned her 3 children.
It all started, police say, when a maintenance worker spotted Padilla Hernandez's 2-year-old girl by the pool, barefoot, filthy, and alone. When police arrived, they found the girl's 7-year-old brother, who led them to this apartment, where other children were found alone, including Molina's 1-year-old baby boy, inside a crib covered in waste and eating his own feces. Neighbors were shocked.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Left the complainant in the care of a 9-year-old child who did not have the means to care for the complainant. The complainant did not have access to food and was eating his own feces.
Both mothers were charged with felony child endangerment. The children were placed with CPS.
What happened?
Now, both of those mothers posted bond and are due back in court on Monday. It was also noted that Molina was 7 months pregnant in court today.
For now, we're going live from downtown. Roseanne Aragon, KPRC 2 News.
Here we go again. Can the child even read? Why does she need one? She don't need a social media account. That's all money. You can see Duchess in the chats. Hey, poor baby could have drowned. Your child is eating shit because you went to go do your taxes. You trifling bitch. Your 1-year-old is eating feces because you went to go do taxes, to get your taxes. That shit right there is crazy as hell to me. If that's not some of the ghettoest shit I've heard, it all goes back to just because you can give birth doesn't mean you should. Everyone shouldn't be parents. Neglect again, Charlene Clark. I'm sorry. These are what's going on in the world. There is an echo. Let me know if it's an echo still. That man sounded like Tobias. Yeah, I remember him. You see, y'all see that? Not me. This is sad, horrible. My God. Behind the shed, that's the ironic part. They went to collect the money for having the kids, but they aren't taking care of the kids. And that's what I said. You piece of shit. You going to get these taxes to do what with it? You got 6 kids in a house in squalor. The girl stumbled outside, walking around the pool, feet dirty, looking dirty. The maintenance guy calls the police because he sees this child. The little boy comes out and directs the police back to the unit where all the kids are in the house filthy. The one baby in the crib eating his own shit out of a bowl. What kind of shit is that? How is that even humane? So they are the kids are now in child protective custody. That's a blessing. Probably shower and eating a real hot meal. Meanwhile, these two are sitting in jail, so where they need to be, rightfully so. I'm sick of this shit. I'm gonna keep exposing them. I hate this shit. I hate when people do shit like this. It echoes when you play the videos. Oh, okay. It's I had to switch to my work computer, y'all. I gotta keep my laptop charged. Good morning, life is good. 73, ain't it though? That saddens my heart. Yeah, it does. Poor little babies. Hey, Miss T Velocity. Joyce going, amen. Yes. So they're in child protective. It doesn't make no sense either. You're right. It makes no sense at all for you to be parents and for you to think that you just needed to go do your taxes to leave your 1-year-old. What, you can't take the child with you? You can't put a mask on the baby and come? If I got a 1-year-old and I don't give a fuck, you just gonna have to cry in there with me. Like, I don't understand the detachment people have to their child. My detachment to my dog is crazy. Like, I get emotional when I have to leave him for like 5 days. I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I just take him with me? Now my dog, he probably sleeping on a hard floor. He used to plush. I go through all that shit. I know it's weird as hell, but it's like, it's mine. It's my baby. So I don't get parents who make these kind of decisions. And even if it's I gotta do what I gotta do. Have you exhausted all of your options? Like, was there no one who could watch your kids? I don't know, y'all. I had 5 children. I took them everywhere I went. They know how to act. There's no excuse. That's my cousin do too. She take her kids right with her. She put her kids right in the vehicle. You got the video. Which video? The video of that man describing how he goes after kids. It's on TikTok. I can get it and do a community wall post. No visitors, family, or are the family dirty also? Well, shit, she had a roommate in a 2-bedroom. That lets you know you clearly can't have family. 2 different families in a 2-bedroom, 6 kids and 1-year-old. Fuck out of here. Hey, Busy Blue, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. Your pet is your family. My pet is my baby. You right about that. Y'all gonna call me crazy. Y'all, I ain't gonna say it because y'all gonna be trying to treat me like y'all treat DKL. But when I buy myself a case of water, there's also another case of water purchased. I mean, I really do TurboTax and do it at home. I wouldn't imagine that clearly, but there might be a language barrier, or there might be some, I don't know. I don't want to say that about the babe. Yeah, I'll share it on my community wall. Misspell y'all cuss words, please. Thank you, Tanari. I understand about the fur baby situation, right, Miss Toby? Listen, I bet they feed their men though. Oh, I bet you he's good down. He ain't got to pay no child support. I was that way before I had kids. I understand. For real, I'm serious. That's my baby. Okay, Miss Toby, your dog don't drink tap water. Listen. It's not that my dog doesn't drink tap water. It's just always easier because when I used to, over the summer, when I take him outside and I have his little deflatable cup, and I would just grab a bottle of water for myself and then think that wherever I go, I would be able to get him some water. And I noticed I would start having to pour some of my water in his little thing and drink it. And so I said, fuck this. I'm going to buy you a case and me a case. And it just became a way of doing things. It's just like I grab a water bottle for me, grab a water bottle for him. We go out, he drink his out of his, I have mine. And then, in the house, I fill his water bottle up with one, whatever he didn't drink out the other one. It's been easy to try. It's easy. Case of water costs like $4. It's just like, let me just get it. So it's just been the easiest thing for me to do. I buy all my I love y'all. Y'all make me feel like I'm not crazy. Thank you. Because I swear to goodness, people be like, you are nuts. I'm like, I know just a little bit, but there's so many people who cannot have children, and you have these women treat their listen. And I would take a child up so quickly of my race. I want to make sure that's clear. Not that but I think it'll be easier for me to do it that way, at least on the first time. And then after that, I wouldn't mind doing foster care where children will be able to come in and then go back out if it's a temporary thing. Because I do believe I have a lot of skills to offer, especially in conflict resolution, to offer kids. I understand. Yes, baby, your dog bougie. We have the matching. Let me shut up. My cat had a running water fountain. I had one of those too until my retarded dog got in it and he just splashed water like this. And I would come home like, how are you drinking water and it's everywhere? And so I set the little camera up on the floor and I caught his ass. I said, oh, so this is what you do. You think it's a play tool? Get your ass up out of there. If you want to go and bathe, then when we go to bathe, stop running. He runs from the dryer. He runs from the bath. He don't like that shit. He get the barking. I'm like, you got these people thinking I beat you. If you don't cut this shit the fuck out. Sounds like the long guy is there. Right now? Good morning. Hey, truck with Empress B. How you doing? Good morning. Thank you for that about getting water bottles for the dogs to drink. Oh, yeah, Shay, yeah. And it's so easier. It's easier to track. I ain't got to be putting no bowl up to my sink. I ain't got to be worrying about transporting the bowl. I like the bowl to just stay there. I don't like moving stuff that my dog eats out of. I want everything to stay there, stay put for as long as I can. So I keep that there. I can just cleanly pour it. I can measure it. I know how much it is. Typically one bottle like this will last an entire day for him, and that's perfect, And then when I go outside, half a bottle will be for him, and then I have my own bottle for me. Because my dog runs. Like, if he could be outside for 2 hours, he'd be outside for 2 fucking hours. These women treat those good for nothing men like gods and treat their kids like crap. Ain't it, though? Get him a little pool outside to splash. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. I was going to do that when me and Rico was supposed to be barbecuing. I was going to go over there. We was going to barbecue on the grill. I was going to put a pool out there for my dog, let him splash. Because it was hot during this time. It was real, real hot. Oh, he doesn't go to the groomers. Oh, yeah, he goes. That's the only way he'd be able to do it. But, sometimes, when in between going to the groomers, he'll be outside and get something on him or something. And then I'll take, where you go to the stations where you can go inside and they have the quick wash. You can wash them yourself. And so I would go in there and he'd be looking at me like, I know the hell you not. How we going to do this? Like, my dog would be, if he could square up, he'd be squaring up at me. And I'll put that leash on him. If you don't get your ass in here, I'm not playing with you. And I'll be in the store like, y'all got a muzzle? Because I will muzzle him. I will muzzle him. I have a Jack Russell. He is with my other half right now. Thank goodness. Goodness. I need a little break. All right, so the last story, y'all, I can't believe we did 2 fucking hours of nothing but stories, y'all. This is crazy, but this last story is I had to save it for last. Do you know these motherfuckers in Florida trying to pull this shit? They are trying to pull a don't say gay bill, and the governor, Ron DeSantis, is throwing his weight behind it because he's in support of it. Of course, I mean, it's no surprise, but he's in support of it. The bill would bar the discussion of sexual orientation or gender identity in primary schools. He voiced his support for this bill that will prohibit the discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity. And what he said was, it's entirely inappropriate for teachers to be having conversations with students about gender, identity, citing instances of them telling children, don't worry, don't pick your gender yet, and also hiding classroom lessons from parents. Schools need to be teaching kids to read, to write. They need to teach them science, history. We need more civics and understanding of the U.S. Constitution. What makes our country unique, all those basic stuff. The larger issue with all of this is parents must have a seat at the table when it comes to what's going on in their schools. So what do you all think about this? I'm doing well. We still yes, we let me take this down real quick. Yes, so today we made our donations. Today we were supporting the homeless youth community. So the first place we made our donation to was an organization called My Friend's Place. And My Friend's Place is geared towards offering a holistic approach to supporting youth when it comes to them being homeless. And they offer all of these programs, a safe haven. Safe havens are a lot different than just having homes, so say that there's some conflict you got going on at your home and you just want to get away. You can go there as a safe haven and have a conversation with a counselor or just to cool out. And, sometimes that's what a lot of us need. Even me as a grown adult, I might need a safe haven. I know my place may be a safe haven, but it's always good to go have somewhere to go. So they also offer intake and crisis care, which I also told you all is good because it pairs people with counselors and to begin starting the process, transformative education, health, and well-being. So today I made a donation to their intake and crisis care program for their homeless youth. This organization is based in LA. And when I did some research, the two largest communities where there's child homelessness, specifically Black communities, is New York, the state of New York, and the state of California, specifically Los Angeles. So we made a donation to this organization in the amount of $25. They sent me this email today. And so we'll stay connected to them. And I'm also signed up to volunteer at the organization as well, even though I'm not there, but I'd love to see the information. The second organization we supported was an organization called Camba. Camba offers emergency housing to homeless youth, and they have a huge population of Black youth ages 13 to 16 that they house for emergencies. They're located in Brooklyn, New York. I was really, really inspired to support this organization because they not only, they actually go out and buy properties in vibrant communities to house youth in shelters. And I think a lot of times putting people in environments of success or putting them in places where the likelihood of them achieving or having some transformation in their life is also critical to the recovery. So we made a donation to them as well in the amount of $25 this morning. And we will stay in tune with them. So I put the link in the chat. I pinned the link to both organizations in the chat. I will also put it in the video after the video is over under the description box and put it on a community wall. So y'all make sure y'all support. And again, if you don't have anything to give, don't worry. You just being here added to whatever I gave and your likes. That's why I say, please hit the like button because it really helps us continue to do great work and good things. So far we've given $100 to 3 organizations and our goal is $500 this month. Yes, ma'am. Hey, good morning. Hey, Keisha Bishop. Thank you. Yes, Rico's my boy. I threw it all. And I had some words for Rico too, and I wanted to get into that a little bit later. But y'all know I like to go through all the stories first. Is it a man and does he have his own place? Is he called the Dog Chef? Or do you know him, the Dog Chef guy? Because I was gonna start working with him, but he's just a little too thirsty for business. I mean, he calls me at that time. He was calling me every day. Hey, just wanted to know, and I'm just saying, like, bro, he's a Black guy too. Good morning. Thank you, the Miss Owen. How you doing? It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I can't stand DeSantis. I just think that what is going to happen is if something like that passes in Florida, the other Republican governors from the other states will be quick to try to pass some legislation like this. And what you'll find is it'll become overwhelmingly supported, and you'll have another one of these things where we're talking about abortion rights. So I wanted to bring this to you all's attention to know that they're going so far as to say that teachers should not be talking about this. Now, there's a lot of opportunities where moments in a classroom where teachers are talking about a whole variety of things. And for you to think that gender or sexual orientation doesn't come up or they can't talk about that, that completely removes the role of a teacher. A teacher is to be there to help sort through those moments of curiosity. They have, what are they supposed to say? Oh, gotta ask your mom and dad. I think it's a fucking dumbass. Then, okay, what's next? We already got critical race theory. They can't talk about that. What? They can't talk about the colors red and blue. No more talking about red and blue. If you say anything about red and blue, I mean, it's almost like a slippery slope. You know what I mean? Like you're pushing the button and you're almost going too far with it. So I wanted to bring this to you all's attention, especially as parents, because there's a lot of heterosexual parents who may agree with this. And I don't want you to think that I'm shunning you or making you feel bad. But my reasoning of sharing this with you this morning as a gay man is to let you know that I'm not looking at, when I view something like this, don't say gay ban. I'm not looking at it as teachers should or should not be in the class saying he's gay or she's gay. What I'm saying is this bill should not limit what a teacher's responsibility when a student asks a question or seeking information. I don't think we should be creating bills for that kind of behavior. I think that should be left up at the district level, the city level, the super, that level. When you start making it a fact of law, then you start creating the slippery slope of, okay, what's appropriate and what's not appropriate in classrooms. Now we can't talk, so that's where I'm coming from, because I do know that there's a lot of parents who, I don't want my child exposed to, who's gay and who's not gay. And I get that. You have that right. But I do want you to know that on the other side of that is now restricting and managing a lot of the things that teachers do in their classrooms. And I don't think that's right, because what you'll find, and this is history, is that when you put those controls on people in public schools and those controls aren't on folks in private schools, private school students tend to succeed and become more vibrant in communities than those who have been limited and structured and stopped, because they have no exposure to it. They don't know how to respond to it. They don't know how to deal with it, versus those who have had the opportunity to ask the questions, who know what it's like, who are, you know what I mean? Of course, within their own comfort level. But there's a whole, and I can talk all day about this, but there's a whole conversation around why I don't think we should restrict the teaching experience of teachers on a federal level, on a state level. I think it definitely should be district, local level. Thank you, Miss Dio. I kind of understand a bit what he was saying. So I am half and half. Babies don't need to be bombarded with sexuality discussions at early age. Oh, okay. Look, Carrie, I see you. At least make the parents decide what they want their child to learn when it comes to the topic. I'm half yes and half no. I get it. Listen, I get it. Like I said, there are folks who thinks that, certainly you shouldn't be talking about what gender a child wants to be. You know what I mean? So I get that. Spam. Yes. Oh, it's a female. Okay, yeah. Then I want that information, because he was way thirsty. I mean, he called me, was sending me pictures of food, because he made food for dogs and sending me, like, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, bro, you overwhelming me. My dog don't eat. First of all, he don't eat that much. I had a little ass dog. Just curious, what do you think about that? How soon do you think these matters should be touched on? About the sexual gender, and I think those are matters that should be touched on once a child, and based on the curriculum. But once you start adding sexual health, sexual reproduction courses, all of those biology courses in school, I think those are opportunities that teachers can then not, go out there and say, hey, by the way, there's the LGBT. No, I think those are moments where teachers can become open to questions that students pose. They don't have to be restrictive. They don't have to shut them off. They can point them to resources that they want to talk to. Schools can offer workshops and seminars after school for students who are interested, voluntary participation for that knowledge with parental consent. They can also offer seminars for parents who want to understand what is it, what are we talking about, without having the child there, and then let the parents decide whether that's something that they want to do. I think there's so many things that can be done before we start coming up with laws that say don't say gay bill. Do you know how discriminatory? First of all, let me just say this real quick. I'm gay, right? So do you know how discriminatory I feel if I was a public educator to be going into school and somebody say don't say gay bill, like I'm like something's wrong with me, don't say it? No, I would be highly pissed the fuck off. I would be very upset. I would feel offended. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of me. I know that people may feel like it's not this place where it should be shared, and I get that as a professional individual. However, you're not going to sit here and force me to teach under a law that basically says that you can't talk about who I am. Fuck you, bitch. Are you kidding me? No, I think that's completely wrong. There's ways to do it. This is just not the way to do it. You creating laws that say don't say gay bill. Do y'all know how harmful that is? There's so many great educators that are gay who care about these kids, and I understand that, gender identity and sexual orientation shouldn't be brought up. But at the same time, you shouldn't shun one group of people so that you can be in shielding other folks. What you should do is figure out, okay, what really are we trying to target? And then go after that. I think this is the wrong approach. I really do. I don't change the language. Maybe that's what got me. Don't say gay bill. Maybe it should be policy on sexual orientation and sexual gender discussions in the classroom. That sounds a little bit more bureaucratic than this bill, and that's like where I'm coming from. That's awesome. Getting into it. Yes, we are. We gonna do some things around here. Santo's wife has cancer, and he should realize you get blessings when you are. Yeah, it's ridiculous. No female. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, it's double. It's a very sticky subject, and no one comes out unscathed. Someone's going to be hurt on both sides of the fence. The thing that we need to worry about is how do we lessen that blow? What do you all think about it? I agree. Let it be up to the parents to introduce the conversation topic. What about parents who aren't comfortable talking about the topic? Good morning. Hey, peace, love. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Sex education didn't happen until 6th grade when I was in school. Sexuality wasn't discussed at all. I went to Catholic school. I like it. Thank you. I'm thinking about both sides too, because I have family members who absolutely not. My cousin absolutely she don't want to have that kind of information in front of her kids, especially at such a vulnerable age. What we don't want to do is make kids feel bad about feelings they have. Too many preteens are committing suicide, young as 10. Exposure don't make you gay, and that thinking is the issue. Exactly, and that's why it's so important for parents to seek out that information. Don't be afraid of it, because sometimes it's like, why am I even going down this path? My no is my no. I don't want to know about it. I don't want my child knowing about it. That's it. But when your child has to interact and engage with other children in the classrooms and other adults at the school, it's best that you have as much information about any and everybody that your child might be dealing with, so that way if questions come to you, at least you can give an informed and something informed, because you never know if your child may be feeling those feelings, and now you've just made this person feel isolated. It's a slippery slope. It's very sticky. I'm going on mute. Okay, DKL. Well, then it's at their discretion to either A, educate themselves, B, find someone you can trust to have the conversation with you and your child, or C, let the world educate your child. I agree. I believe as parents need to get comfortable talking about everything where their child is concerned. Yeah. Okay, you guys. Okay, Miss Toby, thank you for being here. And y'all make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. I really do appreciate it. I'm pissed off trying to close down 18 in Oakland, California. What can I do? I'll be at work getting dressed. I'm sad. I'm sorry. I mean to. How do you feel about abstinence being taught in schools across the South? I feel like abstinence being taught as an array of options to safe sex, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think You know, just as you talk about condoms, contraceptions, birth control, abstinence is just as equal as an option as well. I think that should be included. I mean, to just teach it in silo would be my problem. That would be the issue for me, to be teaching kids to be abstinent in silo without offering them the other options, because they're going to have sex. And so now you've just missed your mark to educate them on everything because you think that they're going to be abstinent. No, I don't think that'll work at all. Yep, they are vulnerable. Let them be kids and enjoy childhood. The name of the bill is problematic. However, I don't want teachers, regardless of their personality, talking about sexuality without me hearing the message first. Is not. And that's why I think it's important for teachers and parents to have that conversation, you know, at the start of the school year, you know, and even beyond that, that would be an issue the district needs to deal with. The district and their attorneys need to deal with that and nail that out at their board meetings, their public board meetings. That way a school can be driven by the policy of the district and not have to really be dealing with this by themselves, because that will put the burden on the child directly. And so it needs to be shifted back to the district and the parents. My nephew just got accepted. Oh, congratulations. Hey, congratulations. That's right. That's right. You better do that shit. I'm sure you'll be a great supporter. All right. So that was all I had. Morning, what is our topic? I was just talking about the governor co-signing the bill to have a bill called Don't Say Gay. So he wants Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signal support for Don't Say Gay bill. The bill, which will bar the discussion of sexual orientation or gender identity in primary schools, connected the Florida Senate Education Commission on Tuesday. And some of us agree that this is something that parents, you know, for the most part, it's 50-50. I feel like it's a split thing that, you know, most people feel like this is okay, change the topic, change the title. And then some of us feel like, you know, it needs to be reworked completely. Because besides the word gay, there are so many other words out there, and there are so many other actions and phrases that needs to be addressed besides the gay bill that needs to be taken out of school. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to say Don't Say Gay bill, what about rape culture in schools, and what provokes that, and what are some words that leads to that, and how do we combat that? So there's like a lot of different things to me that I think we could be doing besides titling a bill, singling out Don't Say Gay bill. Okay, we can have a huge policy on discussions in the classroom, and one of them can be sexual orientation and sexual gender, and one can be rape culture. But just to have this as the headlining thing, I think you're causing more problems than you actually know that you are. What's wrong with this? Oh, abstinence was taught across the North as well. At least it was in my school. Yeah, we had abstinence taught in school as well. We actually had to take babies home. And yeah, we didn't have partners. Everybody had their own baby. And we had the keys on our wrist. And the baby had to go with us everywhere we went. And it was just funny. My grandmother watched my baby for me. I gave her the key. It was cute. Florida always on some ish. They are. If we don't, but we have to understand. Right, which is why I stopped going to Miami South Beach. That state is a hot mess. Now, wait a minute. Now, just because the girl got slammed up on the bridge, don't mean we got to stop going. Stop with gay. Who cares? Richard Manley. Are you, like, you're saying that he needs to just come off of being so fully focused on the gay community or LGBT community in schools? And this is just a quick breezer. If y'all own a Hyundai or a Kia, basically they're recalling nearly 500,000 vehicles in the US and telling them not to park their cars in their garages or near buildings because contaminants from buildings can cause the engine, or was it the power steering brake, to cause fire. I don't know if you have a Hyundai or a Kia, but it's worth you Googling the article and finding out on your own just to see if you have a recall. I thought it was real interesting that they shouldn't be parked next to buildings or in garages. Cause first thing I did was look outside my window to see if there was a Kia or a Hyundai parked outside the building. Hey, the Unfiltered Muffy. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Good morning. There are times that I wish I was not gay. Okay. Hey, Tony Montana. Hey, good morning to you. I am sick of gay. Okay. All right, Richard. We're going to have another live for you, okay? We finna do this morning. Y'all, I can't. So my last thing, y'all, I really want to get to this, and then you have to bounce out. So I watched everything that, I watched the Beef Sector. I watch it a lot. And so this past weekend was so hard for me to watch the Rico on Spiller Boy TV's panel. It was so hard for me to watch. I actually stopped watching when him and Tracy got into it and said I would catch the replay. So I went and caught the replay and I watched it, and I only have the same message I've always been saying to Rico, which is don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. I think you're 32 now. I think you are well enough to know that you are content, period. Your actions, your energy, what you do, how you're going to respond, your content. And simply going on up there knew you was going to get triggered, especially when I saw Tracy up there. Don't take the bait. Secondly, here's some personal advice I want to give you. And I'm doing it like this because I hate when people always say Rico friends are enablers, or they coddle him and stuff like that. And it's because y'all don't know what I say to Rico behind closed doors. So here's an opportunity for you to hear something I'm going to say to him for the first time. He's never heard it, and I'm saying it to him. Rico, and I'm speaking directly to you. I don't know if you're still here or not, but if you want to see any change in yourself, if you want to be any change in yourself, the first thing you got to do is say you are that change. That's the first step. Once you say you are that change, then your mind has to begin that shift of acting that way. So, and I'm going to keep it a whole buck with you. I don't want to spaz out. I don't want to be a mean person. So I would literally say to myself, I'm not a mean person. What do you mean I'm mean? I'm not mean. And so then when I would start having interactions with people, I would start thinking about, oh, wow, is this a mean interaction? Oh, I am being mean. And then I started surrounding myself around people who were nice, because then I wanted to then become that kind of individual. That's because I wanted that change. I wanted to stop smoking weed one point in my life. I had to tell myself I don't smoke weed like that anymore. So when in moments of me wanting to go and smoke a blunt, I had to look at it and literally say to myself, you say you're not that, but you're about to do it. And it's a hard thing to do. But I'm telling you that that's the battle that you fight with yourself. You don't fight that I want to change battle with these people on YouTube, because they're not going to want you to change. It's always, I hear you when you say things like, y'all want me to die. Do you want to die? If you don't want to die, Rico, don't want to die. That's all that fucking matters. These motherfuckers come out here and tell you to die tomorrow. So fucking what? Oh, well. Do you think you're an alcoholic? That's another battle. If you think you're an alcoholic, then you're going to respond the way you do. If you don't think you're an alcoholic, then what the fuck does it mean to anybody else? Don't let that trigger you. If people think that you're nasty because of your status and all of these things, do you think you're nasty? Do you think you're these things? And if you don't, tell yourself, I'm not that way, and then carry yourself that way. You know what I mean? People trashed me because they said I didn't have a nasty interview, a Beef Sector type interview. And what did I do? That's not me. Oh, fucking well, I'm telling you, I'm not that way, because Roman, no, I am not that way. So I have to keep my head to the ground like that. Surround myself around those kind of people and keep that mentality, whether it's views or not. That's who I'm not. And you have to really, really resonate with that way of thinking. I mean, it takes a long time to learn how to channel believing in yourself and learning how to rely on yourself when in these moments. Jay Wilson was trying, when I heard him the other day when you went over there, he was asking you, I think it was just last night, and you all were having a conversation. I could hear him, you know, the change starts with you first as a person. You got to do it. You. So my whole point in saying all of this is that it comes off as if you're fighting a battle about your own identity with these people on YouTube. And I could relate because people, you know, you are making apologies. Why are you doing all this apologizing and stuff like that? It makes you look weak and like you're scared and stuff. And if you're not, then you'll be convicted in your own leg. And Rico, when you spaz like that and went off on Tracy and whoever else was up there, I really didn't. I don't remember. It just showed that you were affected by those words, and whether or not you want to admit it, it's because you haven't accepted your alternative yet. You haven't accepted that Rico's a good person. You haven't accepted that Rico, you know, all the other side of that. Once you do, you'll start acting like that. You'll carry yourself that way. You know what I'm saying, bro? You'll really start thinking like, the fuck? Because if you look at it, some of these people are whatever they say you are, but we don't know that because they don't say that. They don't carry themselves that way. And if it's put on them, they move off and brush it off their shoulders. For example, Uncle Tim and his health status, we know his isn't as carried as much as yours. You know why? He doesn't let it affect him or bother him. And when he does, it's in a manner of, well, look what I've done to get here. And you have to just change and adopt that, bro. You got to, you know, don't be provoked. And if you are provoked to go off, end the live on somebody else's channel and go to your own channel, because you can save the video, you can delete the video. It's footage on your channel. You have control of that. Don't spaz no more. That's the best thing I can say is just don't spaz no more. See if I really think you should invest in therapy, like have a counselor, somebody to sit and talk to. I have a therapist myself. I've had the same woman now since when I first moved here, it was 2019. So I've been seeing the same woman, older woman. It's amazing. She's charted my growth. She wrote up a whole therapeutic plan for me when I first started, and I still use that same therapeutic plan. You come up with strategies on how to alleviate stress. You learn how to respond to your stress signals, and you might not even know what your triggers are. So it would behoove you to do that. Just seek someone else to talk to so that you don't allow YouTube and the folks on YouTube to really damage how you feel about yourself. Again, because no matter how much I can say to you, I think you're a cool person. I think you just need some guidance. I think you need, some support. It's what you think. Do you think you're a good guy? Do you think you need guidance? Do you think you need support? Do you think you're worthy of love? All of those things come to my mind when and we've had conversations and stuff. So I'm just saying to you, I don't give a fuck about your roasting and gagging what was said, because y'all gonna roast and gag. Y'all can go back and forth. I just want you to become, like they were telling me, be stronger. When that happens, you should have sat there and just laughed, because they wanted a show and you gave it. You should have sat up there and laughed your ass off, Rico. And then after it was done, say, okay, y'all about to go to my channel and drag and got your views. Do it that way. I would tell this to anybody. I would tell Tracy this. I would tell Spill. I would tell anybody this. And I'm giving you straight honest tea, because you can control that footage. Now you have footage out here of you spazzing. Even though I have footage of me spazzing on my channel, I can control that. I could take that down if I wanted to. That's how you got to be. You got to control your narrative. Don't let no one else control it for you. And, give yourself a rule. I'll only hit a link if it's just me and the content creator. If there's other people that come up here, I'm dropping down. And watch how people start respecting your rule when you come up there if they want you for content. I'm trying to tell you, walk into your truth. Own that shit, bro. You got to make the change. You got to tell yourself, listen, I don't want this shit no more. I don't want to deal with this. And you'll stop hearing certain things. You'll start focusing on the things you want to listen to. People talk shit about me all the time on here. I don't hear it. I see it, but I don't let it dwell. And it's clear that some stuff dwells with you. I go up for you, Rico. I do. I go up for you. And I believe in you being a successful individual, but my belief in you being successful can't be stronger than yours. It can't be. You really got to just walk into your shit. And this is a brother. Okay, thank you, Rico. I see you. I was gonna say this is like a brother to brother conversation. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so glad you came back live because I thought you wasn't gonna come live. And I was like, no, come out here, just like you told me, come back out, go on your channel with your head held high, even if you feel like you got shit on your face. And that's all you do. Just come back out here, you know, you really have to, if you want the change, because people are going to talk shit regardless. Your history down here is history. However, if you want people to start respecting you, you got to actually put that respect on yourself first. You know what I'm saying? I know I see some of your triggers when people say, oh, he's a drunk. That's where the first part where we got to head it off with. Do you think you a drunk? And that's a serious ass question. You got to answer it here or nothing, but that's a serious ass question. Ask yourself that and then work yourself down through that. Like I had to ask myself, do you think you're a weed head? And I had to work myself. Well, okay, we good. I can live without it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sharing this because I go through shit too. You know, you're not alone in it. I was hoping people were gonna come down and just be like, yo, bro, Rico, you know, because relax. But a lot of people, you know, jump down your throat. And it's with the beef sector, they're gonna jump down your throat. But I did want to lend some positivity towards you and tell you that you control all this shit. How people respond to you, how they don't respond to you, how you get them up off your back, how you don't get them up off your back, who you let bother you and affect you. That's all up to you. And it's harder said than done, because I can say this today and you could try to change your behavior right now, and then tomorrow, and you be thinking people are going to start treating you different within the next couple of days. Don't kid yourself, bro. Personality self-adjustment is going to take you at least a good 6 months, because it's all about habits and behavior, changing your habits and changing your behavior. And that's not nothing you do overnight, but it starts with you saying, I'm telling you, my therapist told me this, it starts with you saying to yourself, I am this, I want this. And when you do that, you start thinking about the situations you're in. If I'm a nice person, then what the fuck I'm over here cursing him out, telling him she ain't shit, and doing all of this? Well, there's a disconnect here, and you got to start playing that game with yourself. It's hard when you're alone doing it, but when you have someone who's gonna document and go through it with you, get you a good therapist, get you a really good one. If I could recommend you mine, get you a good one. I'm talking about a good one that also has telehealth that allows you to do it from wherever you are. But that's all I had to say. It wasn't nothing like what the fuck. It was just like literally like, bro, I hated seeing you break down like that. I hated them yelling at you in the hallway like that. I hated the fact that you was almost finna tear up and all of that stuff. It was just like, oh my God, Rico, baby, you don't got to give these people this. You give content weekly. And if you want to jump on a panel where you can just talk in a controlled, cool way and no other folks are going to jump up there, I will open up the stream right over here. And I saw you had yours open last night, and I would have jumped up over there, but I was laid up. But I'm glad you did that, and you got some love and some support. And you know, it's necessary. You know, stop running after these, you know, areas where you about to get beat up. It's not always good for clicks and views to get your name out here, but it ain't good for the soul. Your heart be like, and you walk away feeling bad and defeated, and that's, you know, just you just have that conversation with yourself. And I'm going to reach out to you today, and that's that. All right, I'm about to go through these comments because I don't want y'all beating up on Rico over here, so we just gonna go through it. True, and I'm listening. It's the internet hate for me. Okay, all right, Rico. Yeah, you know I ain't got no hate for you. Yes, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button again, you all. It helps the video. It helps to get in the algorithms. It helps me out. I appreciate it. Addictions of D's. keyword I, meaning you, have to come to that realization. If you haven't made the decision to change, in that state is where you shall stay. That's a whole fact, though. I can't beat around the bush about that. It's all about yourself wanting to say that. I get that. Well, damn, Eleanor, I don't know what they are supposed to do. And I'm not that way negative in life, and I'm not. Good morning, Rico. I think that was true. Me too, Richard. Right, I'm confused. Rico need professional help. Yeah, and sometimes when you say professional help, it comes off as if you're saying like someone needs to go to a mental ward. So I think we're all in a nutshell saying that having like a therapist or somebody that he could talk to about what's going on in his life. And I think I don't know if he has one. I remember that people choose to attack me. Is she black? Who? I feel you. The alcohol plays a critical role. Absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly. Did anyone see that he was in True Breakdown? Yes. I didn't watch any of it. It's hard for me to watch. I don't find it. Yeah, I couldn't either. It was similar to the thing with Nubiology. Thank you, Tracy. And I genuinely meant that, you know, it's not about, you know, breaking them down or tearing them down. And I would say the same thing about anybody that I truly go up for and I see the pile on from everybody else. You know, I definitely would feel the same way. Rico, it's about you. You have people up here who love you. And if you feel like drinking, just don't hit the link. No one wants to see this happen to anyone. Rico, that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? I know you do what you want to when you want to. Ain't nobody gonna tell you what to do. But the one thing I think is important to consider would be, if I'm going to hit someone's link, what personality am I going to give them? You know, it's not always about being real. You know, I'm about to give you the real. Maybe you keep real for your channel and you keep diplomatic and cool when you go on other folks' platforms. You know, I'm going to her platform today. So, hey, how y'all doing? You know, okay, cool. And then when people want to see that real, save them clicks and views for your channel. I guarantee you that I would do that. You wouldn't get a click and a view off of my channel. I'll be pissed walking around here and people getting all this content off of me, you know, because of me, literally too. Extremely supportive. Thank you, The Unfiltered Muffy. Yes, absolutely, Rico. You are somebody. He is. Hey, Risa, remember, you will need a professional to step in to guide you through changing negative habits. Yes, and that's exactly what I needed. Girl, I used to punch the walls. I think I told you this story before. I never wanted people to know how angry I was. I always was go home, knock a hole in the damn wall all over my place. Then when I moved here and left my place there, my folks had to get my place ready for somebody else. They just uncovered all these holes, and I had to finally have a conversation with them. I had to get some therapy on how to deal with anger and deal with being mad at things that I couldn't control, and dealing with no and rejection and stuff like that. And it took somebody to help me go through that process. There's times that I relate. I drink a lot. However, falling apart isn't okay. No, it's not. Focus on you, Rico. You already know I'm there. Yes. 100. Oh, we got 113 likes. Y'all play too much. Oh my God. Thank you all. I freaking appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Oh my God. What? Most of us could use help. We just don't want to be humble enough to know we have a problem. Right. And you also got to add the extra layer of your environment. Your environment imposes all kinds of pressures on you to either stand up and perform or conform, you know. And so on YouTube, you have to perform. And if you are someone who has an addiction and your life is driven by your addiction and you have to perform, your addiction is going to take center stage. You know what I mean? It's going to be almost like you don't know that because you think you're in your normal state. But when you have to perform, remember, everything you're doing is now heightened by, you know, whatever addiction you have. And so it's almost like it's expected that something's going to happen. And people look forward to that, whether it's good or bad. They look for that. I always do. Absolutely. I pray for a lot of people down here. I wouldn't wish harm on anyone down here. I think everybody is great in their own aspect. And I hate to be that old nicey bicey kind of guy, but I just am. I have a good life. I'm not angry in my soul. I got issues though. Okay. I got issues. Let me tell you, people just booted my car on Monday for $1,600 worth of tickets. Now, every time I get a ticket, because I have New York State plates on my car, I just throw it away. Like, bitch, I don't care about that shit. Y'all gonna send it to my house anyways. Well, them motherfuckers told me Monday at 12 a.m. this shit ain't gonna work. So they booted my car. So then I had to pay the money to get the boot off my car for them to tell me that normally you gotta dial in and they'll give you the number to get the boot off your car, that they have to come and do it because I have New York State plates. They put a different kind of, do you know they didn't come until the following Tuesday at 9 a.m. So I had a whole day without a car. When I tell you we have issues, bitch, we have issues. Rico always get into it with the same people. They are unable. And, you know, that's a part of it too, is also understanding those who might trigger you. You know, we have triggered things and we have triggered people who will trigger us. I know my triggers when it comes to people in my life, and I try to stay very much so away from them as far as possible because I don't want to see that side of me. So you got to understand that too. Thank you, V. Thank you. Yes, Rico is my Detroit brother. I love him, but the falling apart isn't okay. It's not, especially online, because now we have, you know, footage that'll live on. When I say professional help, that's exactly, yeah. No, and I wasn't meaning you. I'm just saying because, you know, when people hear it, like you fucking need professional help, they feel bad about it. And I was just saying to Rico, like when people tell you that, don't just think it's something crazy. It's literally, you know, it encompasses a lot of different things. And don't think it's a bad thing, because I've had therapy, you know, I've definitely had therapy. I got my therapist number now if I need to reach. I haven't talked to her in 3 to 4 months. I haven't really had anything to talk to her about. I think it may do Rico well stepping back from YouTube and focusing on healing and making positive changes in life. Therapy will help. So this is why I said changing your habits and your behavior, because a part of, and I can't speak for Rico, I can only speak for what I see, but I think a part of Rico's lifestyle is YouTube, and changing YouTube from being a part of and embedded so deeply in your lifestyle that, and you may have issues with addiction, that's hard to separate. It's hard to change those habits because they're so intertwined activities. You know, I come to have a good time, I can flip on the camera, I can talk to y'all, have a good time. It's going to take someone to help come and unbreak those habits, right? And to create new habits. And that's going to take time, you know, removing YouTube from being the sole, you know, sort of way I can express myself to a group of people, and then shifting that to a support group, right? That takes time, because the support group isn't as loud as you all are when you support us on YouTube. It isn't as direct, you know, your support is directly on me versus going to a support group where it's for everybody, you know, and that takes time. You know, it takes time to wean yourself off of these things you've come to do oftentimes, and how good it makes you feel. You know, remember, positive reinforcement oftentimes can lead people to doing some things that are addictive. You know, good job, and you go and celebrate with some alcohol, you know, those also can lead to you having addiction issues too. So all of that requires a change in your habit and your behavior, which requires some sort of help. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna start there. It starts with putting the alcohol down. We know, Carrie, you throw your tickets away. Hell yeah, I throw them tickets away. What? I'll be cursing them out. Bitch, you gonna put a ticket on my car like I'm gonna pay for this? Well, I had to pay Monday. I had to pay. Baby, I had tickets from 2020. Okay, I had over 120 tickets. They aren't enablers, they are antagonizers. Okay, you got to change your people, places you go. A typical New Yorker that throws those tickets away. Listen, are you kidding me? Bitch, if you don't get this shit off my car, and sometimes I have to wait for them to walk away because I've been threw it on the ground right there. There are inpatient programs that he can seek out that will truly help him with his addiction and curb the alcohol. I wish him well. Thank you, Risa. Thank you. No, I know. Peace, love. Thank you so much. But he must step away. Yes, no, I agree. I said this before a long time ago. I don't know what show I had, but somebody said, what would I wish for Rico? And I said for him to take some time off of YouTube and because what I was really saying was create some healthy habits off of YouTube and then come back to YouTube with those healthy habits. So whenever there's a stressful moment, I can turn this off and go entertain my healthy habits. That's one thing I definitely wish for him. Yikes, that's a lot of money. Tickets, sorry. Oh yeah, they were like $35 tickets. Yeah, I had to pay it. I had to pay him on the back end or have my car sitting outside and all my neighbors walking by. There's the black guy of the building who got a boot on his car. And I kept sitting the whole day on Monday, like, so when are they gonna come? And I called the lady. She's like, no, they're not scheduled to come till 9 a.m. I said, it's that many people got boots on in the city? You mean to fucking tell me you can't, like, what? Like, wow, this is crazy to me. So I was having a day on Monday, and Tuesday I finally get my car, and I'm just like, I had to do every fucking thing. It's almost like I didn't have my car. Good morning, Leslie. Damn, we here for a minute too. Hey, how you doing? Did anyone see that pain coming out of him? Absolutely. YouTube is addictive. Yes, that was pain. Yep. Yes, Rico. I'm glad you taking it in a positive way, because it's not nobody trying to really hurt you or bring you down. Not at least not over here. That's not what I'm trying to do. MTGV. Good morning. Consequences. Yeah, I had to take it. I had to do it. I had to do what I had to do. I had to pay the tickets, but the thing about it is that I have to get my car. Once I get this new car, I'm gonna have it registered in this state, and I can go on it from there. I had to pay. Yeah, you're right. All right, you all. That is all I have for you all this morning. Thank you all for being here. Remember, today's organization was My Friend's Place. It's a homeless shelter that supports Black youth as well as other youth, specifically us focusing on Black homeless youth in LA. They offer a whole array of programs, and we made a $25 donation to this organization, as well as Camba, who buys real estate for emergency housing for Black youth, specifically between the ages of 13 and 16, who need emergency housing. And I thought that was a great way to just throw some support behind this organization. So we also made a $25 donation to this organization. So when I end the live, I'll put the links in the link, the info box for you all if you'd like to make a donation. I think, if you don't, again, just you being here and you hitting that like button, that also contributes to us supporting it. So I appreciate it. All right, you all. So without further ado, and until next time, deuces.
Dark side, light this bitch up.
Brig girl, let me tell you, okay, I have to wait because I don't have my license in this state. I still have my old state license and my old car registered in that state. So technically I'm supposed to, as soon as I moved here, I was supposed to transfer my license. So it's a whole process. I have to get my license because I can't technically, but even if I purchase a car here and I go and register it, I'm registering it with my New York State license. I don't live in New York State. So that's why.
Dark side, light this bitch up.